Here on Sweetwater Ice. Komets and Nailers for the second night in a row.
The Komets in goal, of course, with Garrett Bartus. This will be his fifth start. He's got 2 wins, so he played pretty well last game here, and expecting another big game out of him. Down the other end, Sean McGuire, he's only played 2 games. He's lost 2 games. He's got a 5.12 goals against average, so we need to get on him early and get a couple of goals.
And here we go. We are underway, and the opening faceoff belongs to the Komets. Here's Sean Szydlowski coming down the right side. Going to test McGuire early, and he rips one wide. Comes along the far side. Now down low, back behind the net. It's Szydlowski. Got Cazzola camped out in front. Going to spin around off of the check. Comes down. Now Cazzola comes in to help him out. And now Szydlowski back behind the net. Tries to float one in front. Knocked aside and out of the zone. Michael Webster got a piece of it. It's going to come all the way down to Curtis Leonard. Leonard has got it for the Komets. And Leonard along the far side will flip it forward. Comes down to the blue line where it's knocked aside and comes along the near wall. Now Jamie Schaafsma. Stick handles are along the near side. Cannot do anything with it. Comes over into the Komet zone and into the corner. It's Courier, the new member of the Wheeling Nailers, comes up along the far side. Now at the blue line where it's stolen by the Komets. And on the attack, here's Kyle Thomas going to rim one around. Well, over on the far side, it's Fick. Fick plays it off the boards, comes up to the blue line, and it belongs to Courier. He comes off the boards out to the center line, and here come the Nailers. They come it down the left side, and here is a long pass going to come all the way down along the far side of the Komet zone. Picked up by the captain, Jamie Schaafsma, who will quickly dish it off to Jason Binkley. Binkley comes off the stick of Kyle Thomas. Fick is back on D for Wheeling. He drops back, and here come the Nailers. They bring it forward just underway here in the first period from the Coliseum. No score as they flip it in on Bartus. Going to go above the crossbar. Now comes all the way out to Mike Embach. He will feather one forward. Going to come into the corner. Here's Desjardins. Going to take Fick into the corner, and now Muir's dumped on the play.
Bump.
Nice play there by Mike Embach getting into his former teammate. Now Embach just dumps Garrett Muirs. Both sticks go flying, and we've got to pile up back behind the net. And it comes loose, and it's going to belong to the Nailers. They play high off the glass. Binkley bats it right back down. But here comes Kevin Schultz. Will bring it in. Here's the shot. Bartus makes the save. Kyle Fulmer, backhander over to Cody Soul. Soul down the right side. Cross-ice pass comes off the boards to Mike Embach. Embach touched it over to Fulmer. Komets were offsides, and he'll give a chance to Nailers to get it back forward into the Komet zone. Here they come in front. Shot on Bartus.
Good save.
The save. The puck is still loose.
Nice save.
2-on-1 chance. Here's a return shot going to be knocked down by Bartus and into the corner. Kristen Hilbrick knocking his man off the play. Comes in front of the net, broken up by Mike Embach. And coming down the right side, it's Szydlowski. Sends it over to Baptista, who will promptly deposit it into the Wheeling zone. Into the corner, up along the near side. And it's controlled by Garrett Thompson. Puck comes out in front of the net. Here's Cazzola with an opportunity. Floats it over onto the far side. Komets looking to set up here in the Wheeling zone. Top of the circle, Cazzola centers a shot. Save made. And it's going to be knocked down by the defenseman in front off the stick of Bobby Shea. Long stretch pass intercepted right at the center line logo. And the puck is dumped into the Wheeling zone. Brett Stern comes off the glass. He had the first Wheeling goal last night that started that rally. The puck comes back down in the Wheeling zone. That should be an icing.
Waved off.
No, it is not. Yep, comes along the far boards, and here's Michael Webster. Webster's pass going to come all the way into the Komet zone. Jason Binkley has got it for Fort Wayne. Sends it over onto the far wing. Puck now knocked down at the blue line, but out of the zone. And now Cazzola spins around, has Binkley over on the right side, and Binkley will drop back into his own zone. Feeds it up along the far wall. Here's Brady Vail. Vail got it taken off of his stick. And Bubella. It's his own blue line. Going to feed it into the Komet zone. Going to come deep into the corner. Bartus will come out and play it. Looking for Jamie Schaafsma. Nice touch pass over to Brady Vail. Rolls off of his stick, however. Wheeling has to come back there on sides. As the net puts it right on the money, and Bartus makes the save.
Nice save. A couple of shots by each goaltender. Both goaltenders look sharp, and both of them made key saves already. From both ends of the ice, both goalies looking pretty sharp.
Sean McGuire and Garrett Bartus in there for both teams tonight. Face off in the Komet zone.
Wide open right now, too. They're going at each other. There's a little bit of bumping going on out there with the speed and the hustle. They're colliding into each other pretty good.
There was some pretty big hits last night, including some nasty cross checks that could have went for maybe double minors, but the referee last night just called them each 2 minutes.
Well, carried right over, so they're going at each other pretty hard again.
Referee tonight is Mike Sheehan. As the puck comes along the near side, up top of the blue line. Knocked in, comes out in front of the Comet net, and it's going to be steered all the way into the far side corner. Cody Soul pins his man up against the glass. Another big hit down low. Comets come up with the puck. It's Kyle Fulmer. Sends it forward to Baptista. Right side, here's Desjardins. Tries to flip it in. Going to be knocked away. And back come the Nailers. Left side, they carry it over. In front, here's a shot. Knocked away. Going to come out to Mike Embach all the way out. Embach needs some help on the left side. In front to Soul. It was just tipped. Nice defensive play by Fitch. And coming back the other way here is the Nailers. Over on the left side, we got our first penalty call. Here's Mears with a shot. That's going to be knocked away by Szydlowski. And it's going to be touched up by Mike Embach.
Interference, you're going to call it? Yeah.
Yeah, so the Comets will get sent off.
Cody Soul, pretty good body check. Now, the man had the puck. He got rid of it, but there was a little bit of delay between the time that he got rid of it and when Cody finished his body check. He wiped him out pretty good, and he draws the interference penalty coming here at about the 5-minute mark. And we'll take a break. Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
So the Comets on the penalty kill here. As play resumes down in the Comet zone. 15-11 to go in the first period. No score. Puck comes up to the blue line. And now the Nailers looking to set things up here over on the near side circle. Garrett Mears drops it below the goal line. Now he finds a man down in the corner. Now back to Mears. Upstairs. Back to Mears. Return pass. Now here's a shot. It's going to be knocked down by the Comets. Rebound goes down into the corner. Bobby Shea taken off the play. Comes in front. Knocked all the way up to the blue line. There's a one-timer. Fanned on by Mears. And into the corner. Hilbrick tries to get it upstairs, and he does. Here's Fred Stern. Got it poked away by Kyle Thomas.
Blocked down the ice. Cleared the zone.
All the way down. And stopping the puck is the goaltender, McGuire. Shots in the game are 3-1 in favor of Wheeling. We've got no score. Wheeling on the power play for the next 1 minute and 7 seconds. Puck comes all the way in, and icing will be the call. 14-17 to go in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Tim Hortons holiday treats?
There we go.
Oh, but there's so many. Okay, stay focused, Dave. Remember, it's for the office. Okay, definitely one peppermint hot chocolate, red velvet muffin. Ooh, I want a cinnamon bun iced coffee.
And some mint chip Timbits, and a gingerbread ice cap, and chocolate mint-filled cookie with peppermint bark.
Come into Tim Hortons and let our holiday treats bring out the child in you at participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time.
I mean, I'll just take one of each, thanks. It's for the office.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Coming up on 6 minutes past here at the first period. Comets on a penalty kill, and they send it down the length of the ice with 46 seconds to go, and the man advantage for Wheeling. No score. And here is Kevin Schultz. Almost lost it in front of his own net, but he's able to give it over to Bubella, and he will go right up the middle of the ice. Bubella hits the Comet blue line, poked away. Binkley will send it down to McGuire. McGuire will stop it, puts it on the backhand, dumps it off the boards, where Derek Army will circle around, gains his own blue line, comes right up the middle of the ice, comes over, dishes over on the left side, and they're onside. Bubella up top in the high slot. Here's Schultz giving it a look, goes over to the far circle. Here's a shot, going to be blocked in front, and the Comets clear it free. 8 seconds to go on the power play as McGuire stops the puck. And here comes Cody Soul. We're back to 5-on-5.
Good kill.
And coming back the other direction into the Comet zone. Here is Curtis Leonard. Got a man on him in the corner.
Good hustle. Wheeling.
And had the puck take out of him. Here's a shot. Bartus the save. And the rebound going to roll wide. Comes back behind the net. The Comets have it. Coming down the right side. Here is Baptista, who absorbs the hit. Lost the puck. And it comes out to the Comet blue line where Curtis Leonard owns it. Cross-ice pass coming over to Cody Soul. Lost it at the blue line. And they come back the other way. Comets pick it back up. Cazzola with the backhander. Comes off the far boards and back into the Wheeling zone. Jordan Quas will settle the puck down. He will bring it back behind his net, and he will play it forward. Loose puck comes out towards the red line. Cody Soul is there, and he sends it down off the stick of McGuire into the corner where Kyle Thomas rubs his man off the play up top. Here's the shot. McGuire got the blocker up. Back up top. Here's Binkley again. Sends it down low. It's Desjardins back upstairs. Kyle Fulmer, one-timer and a save made right on the money.
Cody Soul from the far side. One-timer on the net. Glove save.
And Cody Soul had a goal last night. Looked like it may have been the game winner, but the Komets couldn't hang on to the second lead they had in that third period. As Solar gets his first shot on net, and the Komets will get a line change.
Both these clubs like to move the puck. They like to hustle, and they like to shoot the puck. 4 shots by Wheeling, 4 shots by the Komets. Both goaltenders been tested well.
Face off to the left of Sean McGuire. Puck is dropped, comes into the corner. Garrett Thompson does battle with Brett Stern, comes up to the blue line. It's Leonard with a shot. That's going to come wide, and the goaltender got a piece of it, comes down into the corner. Garrett Thompson running through everybody behind the net. Stern comes away with it for Wheeling. And they bring it into the Comet zone. And it's going to be picked up by Leonard. Leonard wheels it around over onto the far wall. And the puck now comes loose into the neutral zone. Over on the far side, here's Philbrick. And he will bring it into the Comet zone. Dumps it down off the inboards with 11:30 to go in the first period. No score. Shots in the game are even up at 4. Bobby Shea has got it back behind his own net. Plays it off the boards. Has Sean Szydlowski onside. Here's Sid stick handling into the zone. Wheels it around into the corner for the captain, Jamie Schaafsma. Schaafsma gets cut off behind the net. Szydlowski comes in to help him out. Now Binkley pinching in. He tries to center it. Comes up back up top in front of the net. Here's a shot. That's going to be blocked. That'll grab the glass behind the net. Comes up along the far side. And Wido is able to get a piece of it and move it out of the zone. Baptista to Schaafsma. Schaafsma gets it up along the near side wall and all the way into the Wheeling zone. Flemington back behind his net is going to get taken off the play by Binkley. Stole the puck. The Komets comes to Desjardins. He will go back behind the net. Nobody around there for Fort Wayne. It's now Mike Embach pinches in. He will come all the way upstairs to the blue line. Here's Binkley with a shot. That's going to be knocked away and coming down into the corner. Baptista rattles it off the side of the net as Flemington up the far wall. Garrett Mears is there. He gets hit from behind, but he maintains his feet, and he's able to push it over to the new guy. That is Courier. And coming down, here's a shot. Save made. Rebound. What a save by Bartus. Oh, Garrett Bartus comes all the way across with the paddle of his stick to gather up that rebound. And Garrett Bartus, wow.
Yeah, great break out of the zone by Wheeling, catching the Komets with a man back. They hit the wide winger. He goes down. He blasts a slap shot. Bartus come out and made the challenge, made the save, kicks it out, and went right to the winger who was breaking down the left wing. He had the open net for a split second, threw himself over, got the stick on it. Great save, second effort.
Keeps this game
saver. Yep, that's good goaltending right there, my friend.
He saw that he left the rebound out, and he was alert enough to come right across.
Yep, never gave up on it. Was focused on getting that second shot out there.
10-17 first period. No score. Puck is dropped in the Comet zone. Garrett Thompson gets it out to the blue line. Coming down the right side. Here's Brady Vail. McGuire's got to come out to play it. Goes off the boards. And now on the near side. Puck comes right up into the air. Now comes the blue line. Soul shot. And a save made by McGuire. Vail cutting in there, and he's going to be stood up before he could get to the rebound.
Yeah, he couldn't get to the front of the net for a screen shot. And when Cody let her go, the goaltender had it up high off the chest, made the save, no rebound on the play. And the Komets cruising for the rebound.
And we'll be back. No score. Half pass here in the first period. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
10 minutes to go in the first period. No score between the Komets and the Nailers. Komets are looking for revenge after what happened last night. 6-5. Wheeling got the win, but the Komets here, strong goaltending by Garrett Bartus keeps this game scoreless.
Szydlowski takes the draw.
And it's quickly out to the blue line. Bobby Shea could not keep it in. Garrett Thompson has got it. Komets are on sides. Puck comes into the Wheeling zone. Back behind the net for Cazzola. And Cazzola up along the left side. We'll send it along the far boards. Here's Curtis Leonard to Garrett Thompson. Touch pass trying to get it to Szydlowski. He's wrapped up at the blue line, taken off the play. Both players hit the deck, and the Komets have got the puck. And Garrett Thompson will circle around, gets a little bit of space, gets his team on side, flips it in on Cazzola, who will dump it into the corner. Sean Szydlowski comes upstairs to Bobby Shea. Now Leonard with a shot. That's going to be knocked away by Cody Wido. And back behind the net. Cazzola gets spun around off the play. Flemington up along the near side wall. Komets still have it. Here's a quick shot by Szydlowski, and McGuire makes the easy stop. Play continues up along the far boards in the Wheeling zone. And it's gathered up by Cazzola. He puts it off the side of the cage. That one is going to be deflected and out of play.
Yeah, he almost hit him in the shoulder and deflected in the net, but it deflected up high. Came right up over the glass on the side over here, forcing the whistle and the face-off. Line changes by both teams. 8:58 to go. No score. 6 shots apiece right now.
And the face-off coming up in the Wheeling zone. And it'll be to the right of the goaltender, McGuire. It's going to be Derek Army and Brady Vail to take the face-off. And it comes up top of the circle. Here's a shot. McGuire got the left leg out. And play comes all the way down into the Komet zone. Kyle Fulmer, who sat out last night's game, back in there tonight. Mike Embach has got the puck off the boards, looking for Brady Vail. A little too hard for him. Going to be batted right back into the Komet zone. Cody Zoll will drop back into his own net, skates in front of his own net, and will play it down the far wall into the Wheeling zone. Back behind the net. And along the near side, back up to the blue line. Cody Stoll hangs onto it, gets it to Mike Embach. He gets spun around. Here's Embach coming in. The goaltender. Save made. As both defensemen thought they had enough of Embach to slow him down.
Yeah, they all went, I got him, and Cody just walked right down the center on them.
So Embach with a scoring chance, and McGuire shuts the door to keep us scoreless.
Had a chance, and then the rebound was right there for a split second, but the defense covered up for him, and they couldn't get the second effort on. Good play, line change again for each team.
So the Komets get a fresh set of legs out there, face off to the left with McGuire.
Both teams traveled, of course, last night getting home, so getting back to Fort Wayne, so no excuses. Both teams, if they're tired, are going to be tired together.
Puck is dropped in the Wheeling zone, controlled by the Komets. Sean Szydlowski, cross-ice pass, going to be tipped and out of the zone. And it's going to come all the way back down in the Komet end, but Bobby Shea is there for the Komets. Shea over to Cazzola, puts it on the left side.
Shot.
Over to Shea again, got it poked away. Now along the far side again, it is Garrett Thompson. Him and Danny Fickdew battle up along the far wall. Up top, now back on the far side, it's Garrett Thompson. Thompson sends it in. Here's a shot. McGuire saves, and it's in. Komets score. Mike Cazzola keeps his hot streak going with another goal. A shot from the point. The goaltender made the save. He left the rebound out, and Cazzola was right there, and that puck just skidded across that goal line and eventually crept over. Komets up 1-0.
Yeah, good rebound shot. Hit the one post, went across to the other one. Cazzola was there, whacked at it, and it did just trickle over. But they get the goal. Komets go ahead 1-0 at 12-11.
7:49 to go in the first. Komets up 1-0.
There it is.
Mike Cazzola, his 8th of the season. He had 3 points last night, and he keeps up his hot streak as the puck comes into the Komet zone, comes off the board.
He is 8th in the season, scored by number 13, Mike Cazzola.
assist, and here come the Komets looking for more. Here's a shot. McGuire got the right shoulder up. Here's Baptista up along the far side, and it's controlled by Muir. It's going to be 3-on-2 coming back the other way for Wheeling. And here's a shot by Mears. It's going to go wide, picked up by Baptista. Back behind the net for Binkley. And up along the near side, and here comes, it's going to be Mantha. Mantha coming in. He takes a shot. Oh, he got the goaltender one-on-one.
Yeah, had him by himself.
Made the save. Up top of the blue line, as Mantha on his first shift makes his presence known. And the puck comes into the Wheeling zone, back behind the net with 6:49 to play in the first. Komets up 1-0. There's Cody Soul up along the near side. And now Soul's going to knock it down at center ice off the boards to Kyle Thomas. Thomas brings it down the right side, and Thomas now gets spun around, and he will wheel it back behind the net. And right there is Jamie Schaafsma. Front score! Brady Vail from Jamie Schaafsma. The Komets up 2-0.
Two quick ones right there. Again, Hutzel banged the defenseman off the puck. Schaafsma throws it out in front. Vail cruising around. The goalie looking one way. The open net was there. Vail popped it in. We go ahead 2-0. Good hustle. Good work by Schaafsma.
6:29 to go in the first. Komets up 2-0. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Union Labor has been building quality full-size pickup trucks for over 30 years in Northeast Indiana. The proud men and women of UAW Local 2209 put quality first when they build your Chevy or GMC pickup truck. Dealerships in Indiana and Ohio always feature GM trucks built in Allen County at the Fort Wayne Assembly Plant. Union Labor puts quality on the road every day, and that quality is customer-focused. A tradition you can feel when you buy a new 2017 Chevy or GMC pickup built by your friends and neighbors who are members of the United Auto Workers.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Komets up 2-0. Same place where we were last night. As the puck is down in the Wheeling zone, comes along the near side. Mike Embach gets pushed off the play, and back comes the Wheeling Nailers on the attack down the left side. They're going to be whistled for offsides. Michael Webster, the puck carrier there, and now we have got some extracurriculars down in the Comet corner. Cody Soul, of course, right in the middle of things. He's jawing away with Michael Webster.
Vail, his third goal of the season after coming back. 13:31. Schaafsma and Soul get the assist on the goal.
So they'll put the face-off outside of the Comet blue line with 6 minutes to go in the first. And the Komets just have to keep plugging away. We had a 4-0 lead last night, so we know no lead is safe.
Well, you can build up to the forward. You can't let down. That's the thing. They're working pretty hard right now, and that's what's getting them goals.
Puck comes down to Bartus, and Bartus back behind the net, comes into the corner. And it's played by Hilbrick. And Hilbrick up along the near side, feeds it up along the wall. Now he goes back the other way. Pass almost intercepted by Cazzola, but Hilbrick has got it. Comes up along the near side, now down in the corner. Curtis Leonard pins his man up against the glass. The puck squirts loose. Now still loose again on the corner. Now they come up along the near side wall. And here's the shot.
Locked in front.
Knocked down. Sugella had the shot. Now comes along the near side. Sean Szydlowski digs it out of there, and he gives it over to Cazzola.
All right, put him offside. Give him the puck.
Garrett Thompson was on the left side. Looks like he crossed over a bit early.
Yeah, Cazzola had the puck. He should have given a little backhand pass, but he threw his winger off by not giving them the puck. Face-off comes outside the zone. 5:20 to go. Komets up by 2. First period.
Brady Vail and Mike Cazzola, the goals tonight so far. And the puck will be outside of the blue line. The puck comes into the Wheeling zone, and the Nailers have it back in their own end. Here's Flemington. Takes a pop from Embach as he unloads the puck. Comes up along the near wall and all the way into the Comet zone. Bangs off the end boards, comes down into the corner where it's controlled by Fulmer, and he will send it all the way down. All the way into the Wheeling zone. Coming back up along the far wall near the Comet bench.
Nice body check.
Komets have got it in their own zone. Here's Binkley on the right side. Plays it ahead. Comes out to the center line where it's intercepted by the Nailers. They bring it into the Comet zone on the left side. Jordan Quaff drops it back, tries to center it. It's going to be deflected, comes up to the blue line. There's another shot that's blocked by Baptista, and it comes into the corner. Baptista has got it for the Komets. Goes back behind the net with 4:30 to go in the first. Komets are up 2-0. Binkley along the far side plays it up along that far wall. He will flip it in. Comes off the skate of number 27, Brett Stern, and now knocked down at the blue line by Jamie Schaafsma. Schaafsma's going to be tripped. Fans look tall, and they're not going to get one as the play continues. Puck down in the Nailers zone in the corner. Cody White, or that's Derek Army, spins around, comes off the glass, and he gives it over onto the left wing for Ammon. Now here's Army with a shot, going to be knocked down by Fulmer. Centering pass, and it's going to be picked up by the Komets. Brady Vail has got it. Vail will wheel one around, and it's going to be stopped by McGuire. McGuire flips it around. Vail going to stop it in the corner. Tries to center it. Has Thompson out in front. Couldn't get it to him. And now Thompson with a poke check. He comes after it into the corner. He gets pushed off the play by Webster. Now on the near side, here's Cody Stoll. Going to wheel one around over onto the far boards. Fulmer stepping up as Mears got to it before him. And it comes up to the blue line for Vail. And Vail drops it back. Going to come down. It's going to be stopped by Bartus. And up along the far side, here's Vail. Vail pushes it ahead at the blue line. It's going to be stopped.
Got it out. Offside. Good play.
Not by much, but it's going to be enough.
Yeah, the Comet forward, Thompson, he was standing right there in the blue line, just enough to get it out over. As their defense pinched in, the offside was called. Whistle goes, and we had another line change. Cody Stoll off and a fresh defense out there.
Face-off outside of the Comet blue line, and it's going to be Mike Cazzola to take the face-off. And Cazzola can't quite win it, and it belongs to the Nailers. They quickly put it on the stick of the Komets. They're going to bring it in. Here's McGuire going to glove it down, and he holds on. Keep it right there, so we'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
We all have our mountains. The challenge is to push us further. At Coors Light, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. That's why all of our breweries cold lager, to give Coors Light its signature crisp taste. It's why we cold filter to ensure brilliance and clarity. And it's why we package cold to seal in Coors Light's refreshing flavor. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
Bobby Shea with the puck in his own zone. Komets up 2-0. Shane Albarani, Robbie Irons here tonight as Bobby Shea cuts it towards the net. He's cut off by 3 defenders, and he lost the puck behind the net. Comes up along the near side wall, and it's going to be played by the Nailers. Over onto the right side, here's Danny Fick. Takes a big hit from Shea. Puck comes down to Bartus. Bartus wheels it off the glass. Has Garrett Thompson. Skips over his stick. Here's a shot that's going to be knocked down before it got through to Bartus. Comes up top. And Szydlowski with a shot that's going to go way above the crossbar.
Control, guys.
And into the corner as Garrett Thompson takes a hit from behind. That one is going to come down the far wall and down into the wheeling zone with 2:20 to go in the first period. Komets up 2-0. The puck comes into the Comet zone, into the corner, and here's Will Weber. Weber wheels around, got a man inside. It's Mike Embach. Embach drops it back to Desjardins. Here's the shot. He missed it high.
Went high over.
Near side, Binkley comes down, keeps it deep into the corner. And it comes in front. Here's Embach with a shot, and McGuire with the save.
All by himself in front. The puck was bouncing a bit, and he had to get control. When he did, he got a quick shot off before the defenseman got to him. With the goaltender, McGuire was able to get on him and make the save on it. But the Embach had a pretty good scoring chance there for a second.
Second time tonight, Mike Embach has been all alone in front.
Yep.
And McGuire makes a big save. Mike Embach very, very quietly, 14 points this season. He hasn't got the goals going, but he's certainly doing well in the assist department. And here comes Wheeling around the ice. They at the Comet blue line. They're offside. The Komets get it back in their own zone. Under 2 to go in the first. Here's Binkley. Comes off the boards all the way down and off the end boards, controlled by the Nailers back behind their own net. Brett Stern feeds it up along the far wall. Now across the ice pass. He's got Webster in stride. They come over the blue line. Shot going to be knocked down by Binkley. And the puck comes in front of the Comet net where it's controlled by Schaafsma. Schaafsma hands it off to Kyle Thomas, trying to stick handle around. One man taken off the play, and a penalty's going to be called.
Well, that's a pretty tough call right there. It was one-on-one. The defenseman kept his eye on him, and Thomas, a pretty sneaky little guy. Tried to get the puck between his legs. The defenseman reached to give him a little push, knocked him off balance, and they'll call it for interference on the play. And unfortunately, they go to the penalty box. We get the power play.
Komets going on the power play. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
The puck has dropped on another Comet season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillie's.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls. And speaking of winners, go Komets! Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Komets score again. Kyle Thomas on the power play just as we were coming back from break, and the Komets make it 3-0. That was quick. Just 11 seconds into that power play. Kyle Thomas.
They got the draw behind the net, made the turn, went behind the net. We're looking around. Kyle Thomas got loose in front. They fed him a perfect pass from behind the net, right on his stick, bang in the net before the goaltender could move. Nice power play. Third goal, Komets up 3. That coming at the 18:50 mark of this first period.
Just 1:10 to go in the first. Kyle Thomas gets the goal, and we come back out to center ice. It was on the power play. And
well for him.
Cody Soul has got it for the Komets. Here's Soul back in his own zone. Comes up along the near side wall, looking for Desjardins out to the blue line. Desjardins got it. And he dumps it into the wheeling zone. Back behind the net. Pass comes over to Webster. And now they will bring it in as Derek Army on the left side. Rister going to be knocked down by Cody Soul into the corner now in front of the net, and the Komets have it. Oh, they lost it in front. Here's a shot, and nice save by Garrett Bartus.
Yeah, that's the first shot on goal at him in about the last 8 minutes as the Komets shut them down. They were blocking a lot of shots. That's their 7th shot. We were at 6-6. That's the 7th, and we've got 15 on goal. So we've been pumping them pretty good, and we've got 3 goals from taking the shots.
Komets were outshot 40-24 last night. Doesn't look like we're going to have that disparity tonight, as the face-off will be in the Komet zone. Just 41 seconds to go in period number 1.
Kyle Thomas is 12th. Szydlowski and Schaafsma, the assists on it.
Here's the face-off in the Komet zone. Comes over onto the far side. Cazzola races forward, and he picks it up. Cazzola comes into the near side corner, and it comes off the boards, and the Nailers have it. They're able to clear it free out to the center line. Here's Mears stick handling. He is stood up by Curtis Leonard.
Nice defensive play.
And now Leonard and Mears going at it. Mears has got a hold of Leonard's leg. Yeah. Leonard couldn't get free. And we all know that that's how Garrett Mears likes to play.
And Szydlowski, of course, played with him last year. Comes over and gives him a little touch at the top of the helmet. But Mears was definitely holding on, and they're going to give the Komet player, Leonard, a penalty. And I would imagine Mears is going to go in, too, for delay a game.
Yeah, Mears trying to wrap up his legs and do a takedown wrestling style. Leonard was just trying to get away. And I think Leonard gave him a couple of pokes in that effort, trying to get away, and that drew the penalty.
Yeah, and Leonard was trying to be careful, too. You know, you get your skate between somebody's legs like that. There's some open areas on the equipment, and he didn't want to jerk his foot out of there, so he's trying to be polite. But Mears was a little scaredy about it. He held on and just kept squeezing. So they both get penalties, 2 minutes each for delay a game.
Number 23, Garrett Mears, 2 minutes holding. For the Komets, number 10, Curtis Leonard, 2 minutes roughing. Time penalties, 19 minutes, 40 seconds.
So they will cancel out. We'll skate 4-on-4 here for hopefully the final 19 seconds of this first period. Komets up 3-0. Comes along the near side wall, out to the blue line, and it's played into the corner. Here's a bump by Schaafsma, and Schaafsma up along the near wall. Here's a shot on Bartus, going to whistle wide, comes along the far boards and out to the blue line. Nailers cannot hang on to it. Outside. Just crept over the line, and it makes it 2.1 seconds remaining in the first period. And now, what do we got here? Kyle Thomas comes together with one of the Nailers right at the Komet blue line.
Yeah, they've been bumping each other pretty good, and as you said last night, they went at each other pretty hard. So this is 4 periods, and if nothing's broke loose yet, they got a little temper right now, especially Wheeling being down 3-0 right off the bat here.
2.1 seconds to go in the first, and the face-off will be outside of the Comet blue line. And here's Schaafsma on the drop, and he will just let it go. And that will do it for the first period of play. Comets one better than they were last night at the end of one period of play. But with these guys, we know no lead is safe, but a 3-0 lead. The confidence is pretty good down in the locker room. And also, and Garrett Bartus, you know, that momentum, things changed after that huge save he made about 5 minutes into this game, and it's been shifted all the way to the Comets side.
Yes, it definitely took away a lot of the offense that Wheeling was throwing at us. And as we said, they were tied at shot 6-6 at about the 10-minute mark. Then all of a sudden, we put it on, score ourselves 3 goals, get ourselves 15 shots on goal, outshoot them 15-7, and took over the offensive board pretty well with good forechecking. The power play goal, of course, was the third goal, but the real good first 2 goals were all from good forechecking, get the puck in front, found the open man, and a second effort by the man putting the puck in the net. So pretty solid period, entertaining period. They moved the puck well, they skated hard, and there was a lot of body contact out there tonight. Very nice to see.
So it looks like everybody, short memory, forgot about last night, and the Comets have come out hard 3-0 at the end of one period of play. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Life can be unpredictable. One minute everything's fine, and the next you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
If you're looking for a way to see the Comets for less, then you'll want to read all about it. Find coupons on Comet ads in print editions of the Journal-Gazette and News Sentinel for seats in the Fort Wayne newspaper's extra section for only $8. Save $5 per ticket with your extra section coupon. For more information, check the latest edition of the Journal-Gazette or News Sentinel, or visit Fort Wayne Newspapers downtown on Main Street. Pick up your coupon today for extra special savings on the Comets, courtesy of the Fort Wayne Newspapers Extra Section.
When it comes to wings, everyone knows size does matter, and no one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Wings Etc. has the biggest, meatiest, award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from 19 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero wall sauce. If you love wings and a whole menu of great food and kids' meal options, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, carry-out, and to watch your favorite sports all year long. Wings Etc. Good food, great times. Find all of our Fort Wayne area locations at wingsetc.com.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. And the Comets got a 3-0 lead after the first 20 minutes of play here on Sweetwater Ice. The first goal of the game came at 12:11 as Mike Cazzola, he keeps up his hot streak going. He had 3 points last night, 2 goals, or 1 goal and 2 assists. He got his 8th of the season. Szydlowski with the lone assist. And then Brady Vail, welcome back to Fort Wayne. Brady Vail, his 3rd of the season at 13:31. Jamie Schaafsma and Cody Soul the assist. And then Kyle Thomas on the power play at 18:50, his 12th of the season. Szydlowski, his 2nd point of the game. Jamie Schaafsma also his 2nd point of the game, and it came on the power play. Comets 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. Wheeling 0 for 1. Both teams have seen 4 minutes on 2 infractions. As McGuire for Wheeling gets the start in net for the Nailers, as he saw 15 shots, turned away 12 of them. And Garrett Bartus with the start, he has seen 7 shots, and he set aside all 7 of them. As Bartus looking very sharp, as he made maybe a game-saving stop early on in that first period that really kind of shifted the momentum the way of the Comets, and that's when the goals started to flow. Comets are up 3-0 at the end of one period of play here at the Coliseum. We'll take a break. We'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We are in the middle of the first intermission here at the Coliseum. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
I bank with Fifth Third because I don't wait for anything. To get downstairs faster, I replace my staircase with a fireman's pole. For me, every hour is rush hour, and the early bird never gets the worm because I beat him to it. Yes, I don't wait for anything. That's why I use the faster mobile app from Fifth Third Bank, which lets me do things like check my balance without logging in. To save time, I put zippers on my button-down shirts. I tune into game shows just for the lightning rounds, and my high school graduation speech was quite brief. In fact, it was a haiku.
Bright future awaits. Never surrender. Dream big. Congratulations.
Take the weight out of banking with Fifth Third Bank's faster mobile app, which lets you check your balance without logging in, transfer funds with fewer taps, and deposit checks without pushing a button. Mobile banking, one of the ways Fifth Third Bank works hard to earn your business. Visit a banking center or 53.com to open a checking account today. $50 minimum deposit to open a checking account. Member FDIC.
Keep your staff connected with Motorola two-way radios from ERS OCI Wireless, like the Komets do. ERS OCI Wireless is located on Earth Drive in Fort Wayne. They're a Motorola partner providing wireless voice and data systems to public safety, education, healthcare, and enterprise customers throughout Indiana for the past 68 years. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.ers-oci.com.
WOWOAM, WMEE, HD2, Fort Wayne.
Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at the Coliseum, where the Komets give themselves a 3-0 lead at the end of one period of play, as the Komets looking to get back at the Nailers after last night's 6-5 defeat at the hands of the Nailers in Wheeling last night. Komets looking good right now at 3-0. Taking a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard in the ECHL. We've got a 3-1 game in Manchester tonight as the Monarchs are over Elmira right now with 48 seconds to go in regulation. In the second period, we have got the Komets opponent for tomorrow, the Orlando Solar Bears, up in Michigan taking on the Kalamazoo Wings, and that game right now is tied at 1 with 12:53 to go in the second. In Adirondack, it is Branson 1, the Thunder nothing with 11:01 to go in the second. And also down in South Florida in the second period, a tie game between Atlanta and the Florida Everblades. No score between South Carolina and Norfolk. And then in the first, just underway, Quad City is up by 1. It's 2-1 over Indianapolis. Also in the first period, no score between Colorado and Tulsa. Alaska is taking on Missouri tonight in Missouri. No score there. And we've got two more games yet to get underway. Toledo is at Utah, and Rapid City takes on Idaho. And don't forget the simple savings you get with Meyer M-Perks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meyer.com. And the Komets have got to figure out a way, or the whole league has got to figure out a way to how to slow down the Toledo Walleye. The Walleye ahead in the division, 40 points on the season. That is 11 points ahead of the Fort Wayne Komets, as Toledo, they are now on a 9-1 streak here over the past 10, and they have only lost one game in the Huntington Center, as the Komets will see the Walleye an awful lot in that second half of the season and a chance to make up ground on the Walleye. But the Komets has got to take care of business here tonight. We saw what a big lead can do against Wheeling last night, so the Komets will have to keep their foot on the pedal. They are up 3-0 going into the second period. We will take another break here during the intermission report. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
It's Ryan.
And Casey.
From Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, where it's time for our biggest sale of the year, the Big Finish sales event. Casey, how big is the sale?
Ryan, the Big Finish is huge. Starting with the world's most capable vehicle, the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. This vehicle can do it all. It's perfect for the family with a state-of-the-art infotainment system. And it looks fantastic just cruising around town. And it can be yours for only $299 per month.
The Big Finish means big savings for you all on the 2016 Jeep Cherokee for only $269 a month. This ride will get you through the snow and the ice this winter with its amazing Jeep capabilities and sporty styling.
If you want a truck, then make sure you check us out. We have the largest selection of Ram trucks in town. Ram trucks are the longest-lasting trucks on the road today, and you can get one for only $239 per month.
Casey, we have thousands of discounts online at GlenbrookDodge.com.
You'll find over 700 vehicles to choose from at GlenbrookDodge.com, so you're sure to find what you're looking for.
Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, they're all online at GlenbrookDodge.com.
Or come see us in person for a test drive.
It's a Big Finish event at GlenbrookDodge.com under the giant American flag on Coliseum Boulevard and always online at GlenbrookDodge.com.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Halverani taking you through this one. Komets up 3-0 as we head towards the second period of play here on Sweetwater Ice. The Komets in the middle of 3 games in 3 nights. Tomorrow, the Orlando Solar Bears will be here for a 5 o'clock face-off. It is Meijer night, so you can pick up discount coupons at any Fort Wayne Meijer location before the game tomorrow, so you can come on out and see your Komets. And also, tomorrow night is the last night to donate to Penny Pitch here at the Coliseum. As we remember the great Bob Chase, this was always one of Bob's favorite traditions, and you can drop off your donations at the Penny Pitch bucket located near the Komet souvenir stand just outside the ice cream shop. And make sure you give, and we remember Bob Chase tonight and tomorrow, as it'll be your last chance to donate to Penny Pitch. All the proceeds will go to Super Shot and the Community Harvest Food Bank. And the Komet family would like to thank all Komet fans for their continued generosity for Whoa Whoa Penny Pitch. As we remember the great Bob Chase, and Bob is always with us. We think about him every day. I know I certainly still do, and we will for a long, long time to come. So please give in the name of Bob Chase. We're in the middle of the first intermission. The Komets are up 3-0. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey when we start things up at the start of the second period, as Curtis Leonard and Garrett Mears each got late penalties that will carry over into the second period. We will take another break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
If you're driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, because we can make it right. Bumping, thumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones who fixed it right. We're the name to know. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 22 locations throughout the state, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets team and proud of our roots. For more than 30 years, we've helped thousands of Hoosier families establish their roots with a mortgage loan. When you need a mortgage that is simple and straightforward from a name you can trust, be sure to stop by any of our offices or go to www.ruoff.com. CometGoaltender.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI. License 10994. This is not an offer for extension of credit or commitment to lend. Equal housing lender.
Hi, Comet fans. This is head coach Gary Graham. Everyone at Texas Roadhouse would like to give a big yee-haw to the Comets and their fans for voting Texas Roadhouse as the best steak in Fort Wayne. And as a thank you, just come in and visit Texas Roadhouse on game nights and receive your complimentary blossom when you wear your favorite Comet jersey. Check out the Comet Corner at Texas Roadhouse, home of the fall-off-the-bone ribs and hearty steaks, made from scratch sides, fresh baked bread, ice-cold beer, and legendary margaritas. Be there on game days with your favorite K's jersey and receive your free blossom from the Texas Roadhouse. Go Comets.
Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Comets.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum where the Comets are up 3-0 on the Wheeling Nailers. And Comet fans, this Tuesday from 5:30 to 7 o'clock, you can come out and meet Comet captain Jamie Schaafsma and defenseman Cody Soul at Play Ball Inc. in Glenbrook Square. Get pictures and autographs and see all the great Comet wearables and other sports memorabilia at Play Ball Inc. This Tuesday from 5:30 to 7 o'clock, it's Jamie Schaafsma and Cody Soul at Play Ball Inc. near the Sears main entrance. Comets 3-0, 3 goals. Mike Cazzola, his 8th of the season at 12-11. Brady Vail, his 3rd of the season at 13-31. Kyle Thomas, number 12 on the air at 18-50. Comets 1 for 1 on the power play. Sean Szydlowski and Jamie Schaafsma each with 2 assists tonight. Cody Soul with the other one for the Comets. And Garrett Bartus, a perfect 7-for-7 in net for the Fort Wayne Comets in front of a nice crowd here at the Coliseum. Everyone out braving the weather, and they are being treated to a 3-0 Comet lead as we head to the second period. One more break in the second period coming up for you. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Comets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
I bank with Fifth Third because I like to be one step ahead. I RSVP before I receive the invitation. When psychics want to know their future, they consult me. And because I know things before they happen, I'm the undefeated world champion at rock, paper, scissors. That's why I get Fifth Third instant alerts from Fifth Third Bank. They monitor my account for suspicious activity, make it easier to track my money, and help protect me from fraud before it happens. I'm already up on the fashion trends for 2017. Hope you like acid wash jeans. Every February, groundhogs ask me when spring will arrive. And sometimes I carry an umbrella on perfectly sunny days because I know things meteorologists don't.
Stay one step ahead with award-winning Fifth Third Instant Alerts and protect yourself from fraud before it happens. Instant Alerts, one of the ways Fifth Third Bank works hard to earn your business. Open a checking account today. $50 minimum deposit to open a checking account, member FDIC.
This is Comet Hockey.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Alvarani and Robbie Irons here tonight. Comets up 3-0, and both teams coming out flying tonight, Robbie. Last night, first period, both teams were feeling each other out, but tonight, just a carryover from last night. Both teams certainly know what they're up against this evening.
Well, the first question you asked me when I came on the air was, what do you do after you blow a 4-0 lead and you have a 7-hour bus trip coming home? You do a lot of thinking about it, and they're in the position right now where they want to be, where they thought about, and now they got to figure out what the mistakes they made last night. They just don't want to repeat tonight. And I think the key to it is 3 solid periods, go at them like we did the first period, another 12 or 14 shots on goal, and build on that their goals for, and not try to protect the 3-goal lead.
We're going to have a little bit more real estate out there to work with when we start this second period off, as Curtis Leonard and Garrett Mears pick up late minor penalties. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 1 minute and 41 seconds. As we hear the horn sound, both teams retake the ice, and we're ready to drop the puck on the second period here at the Coliseum.
Referee had a little talk with Gary Graham on the Comet bench there. I don't know what it was all about, whether it was the 2 penalties that were called, but At this point here, the Komets will play 4-on-4. Has coincidental penalties and a little bit of ice room to pass the puck around in now.
And the puck is dropped on the second period, and here we go. Wheeling has got the puck in their own zone. Michael Webster will bring it out, and he'll send it over onto the right wing for Adam Krause, who had the hat trick last night. And
offside.
Krause will get whistled for the offside, so a good start there for the Komets. That slows things up, and a face-off will be outside of the Komet blue line.
Well, good defense again, standing up on that blue line, making the puck carrier zigzag, and the winger going down the far side couldn't stop, forced the offside. Good defense.
Cazzola in the face-off circle for the Komets. Still 4-on-4 here. Bobby Shea, the lone defenseman, and they win it cleanly back to Shea. Shea will skate in front of his own net, comes up along the far side, has Cazzola on the left wing, but he'll drop it backwards for Szydlowski, and Szydlowski dangles in, comes in, here's a shot, and he missed it on the short side. Comes along the near wall, now back behind the net, where it's played by Brett Stern. Stern puts it on the wall, picked up by Cody Soul. Soul got slashed.
Yeah, chopped the stick right in half. And they're going to call it. It was a little bit of a delay on it as Cody was complaining. And the slash will go to Wheeling, and a power play to the Komets.
So the Komets will get a power play as Cody Soul got his stick chopped in half. And now it's going to be 4-on-3 here for the next 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think Cody feels a lot of times that he gets a lot of cheap calls called against him. And every once in a while when somebody does chop him like that, he expects the call to go his way, and that's exactly what he did. He pleaded his case with him, and the referee went ahead and he gave him the penalty. So the Komets on the power play now.
Face-off in the Wheeling zone comes out to Sean Szydlowski, upstairs to Shea. Shea goes down low along the far side. Up top, here's Szydlowski in the high slot. Over to Shea on the left wing, top of the circle, goes down low. Kyle Thomas puts it out in front, knocked aside, and it's loose in front, and the Nailers are able to clear it. And it comes to Garrett Bartus, and he will stop it and give it up to Bobby Shea. Shea drops it back. Here's Schaafsma. Has Cody, or it's going to be Thomas. Thomas on the right side, drops it back, and here's a cross-ice pass to Szydlowski. Lost the handle on it, and he gets it back. We're skating 4-on-3 here. Back up top, Shea with a wrister in front. Schaafsma tries to tuck it in past McGuire, and it was tipped.
But it's too tight.
Up along the far side, Szydlowski with a shot, and it goes wide. Back up top of the blue line. Here's Bobby Shea creeping in. Shea drops it back. Szydlowski over to Shea. Back to Sid. One-timer. McGuire the save. Rebound goes through the blue paint. Far side. And it comes out to the Komets. Now we're back to 5-on-4. Komets still with the advantage. Here's a shot. And a big save by McGuire.
Shea, one-timer from the point. Nice glove save by McGuire on the play. Komets still 53 seconds power play as they got back the first two guys, one from each team. So it'll be a 5-on-4 power play now.
18-14 to go in the second period. Komets up 3-0. And the face-off coming up. It'll be Brady Vail in on the assignment to take the drop for the Komets.
Get it back.
Tied up on the circle. Komets get it. And it comes to Binkley. Binkley over to Desjardins. Back up top. Here's Binkley with a shot. Oh, just tipped wide. Comes back behind the net. Garrett Thompson directs it back behind the net by Michael Webster. Now down on the near side, off the boards, and Binkley couldn't save it. Comes down to Garrett Bartus. He will stop it. Got a man on him. Has to go up along the wall. Comes over on the left side, and here's Binkley with it. Komets still 26 seconds of power play time upcoming. Far side, Garrett Thompson gets hit off the play back behind the net. Now in the corner. Now Mike Embach comes back behind the net where it's controlled by the Nailers, and they will send it all the way down. That'll hit the end boards, and it's going to be stopped by Garrett Bartus, who gives it up to Binkley. That should pretty much do it for the power play.
All even, 5-on-5 now.
And here's Kyle Fulmer on the left side. Flips it in, going to come off the back, and it's going to be picked up by Fick back behind the net. Over onto the far side. Wheeling can't get it out. Top of the circle coming in. Cazzola. Oh, he just missed it. Pulled that trigger, and he just missed it above the crossbar. The Nailers have it. They send it into the Komet zone. That's going to be an icing as it's going to be touched up by Fulmer. 17:01 to go in the second. 3-0 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Wonder what the outrageously energizing experience of Mountain Dew Kickstart is like? Well, it's like a combo of 3 awesome things. Dew, juice, and caffeine rebooting your entire personal operating system.
Mountain Dew Kickstart is in position for consumption. Release the Mountain Dew Kickstart. Mountain Dew Kickstart released. Experiencing a charge of Mountain Dew Kickstart now.
Mountain Dew Kickstart operation successful.
Roger that.
Get charged up with Mountain Dew Kickstart. Available in 10 energizing flavors like Midnight Grape. It all starts with a kick.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
16:47 to go in the second period. Comets up 3-0, but here's Wheeling trying to come back on it. They bring it into the Comet zone here in the corner. It's going to be Garrett Mears, pushed off the play by Cody Stoll. And over onto the far boards up top of the blue line, held in. They're going to send one in back behind the net. The Comets control it, and it comes along the far side. Mantha gives it a hack, cannot get it out of the zone. Comes in front to Baptista, and here's Baptista. Stick handles around a man, but he lost the handle on it. It's Mears. Mears coming in on the shot, and he scores. It was a giveaway at the Comet blue line, and Garrett Bartus not happy with himself, as Mears came down on a hard angle, and all Bartus had to do was kick out his left leg, but Mears was able to sneak it in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was Kyle Thomas had got the puck on the boards, tried to make a little flip pass to Cody Stoll, and it was off the mark. Cody stretched out to try to deflect it out over. They beat him, walked in 2-on-1 from an angle, and got the goal.
And Garrett Mears victimizing his old team again. He did that last night. And he came down. Fulmer was the lone defender back. And
44.
So it is 3-1 now. Comets still have the edge. And the puck comes into the Wheeling zone. 16:07 to go in the second period. Back behind the net, rolls in front. And Schaafsma almost had an opportunity. Kyle Thomas back behind the net. Comes upstairs to the blue line, and it's Will Weber with a shot. That's going to be knocked down. And here is Derek Army, overskates it. Vick has got to pick up the pieces, and he will bring it into the Comet zone. At the blue line, here's Vail. Vail's got it. He will bring it back up ice on the left wing. Vail will float one in. Comes back behind the net. McGuire pokes it aside. Comes down along the near wall. Upstairs, the Comets cannot control it, and it comes along the near side. Stretch pass going to be intercepted back the other way. Here's Vail. Vail sends it over blindly, going to be intercepted and turned back into the Comet zone. Kyle Thomas on the far board. Here's Schaafsma dropping it back to Vail. Vail with a shot. And he hits it high. Back on the near side, up top of the blue line. Poke checked away. Here's Szydlowski. Szydlowski coming in, trying to toe drag her on one man, and it's going to be poked away. Over onto the near side. Big hit, but the Nailers have got the puck back behind their own net. 5 minutes have passed here in the second period, and we got a tripping call on the Comets. Garrett Thompson is going to get sent off.
Yep. We got a little aggressive with the defenseman who cut up between the net and cut off Thompson, and that there was enough for Thompson to reach out and had to get the feet. He got the tripping penalty, and the Comets will be a man short here.
So 14:54 to go in the second. Comets will be a man down. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
It's time to celebrate. Tim Hortons is introducing new smoked ham as part of the 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal. That's 2 breakfast sandwiches with egg, American cheese, and your choice of sausage, bacon, or new smoked ham for only $4. It's the kind of deal that you should save for a special day of the week, like every day. Tim Hortons 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available on standard breakfast sandwiches and wraps for a limited time plus applicable taxes. Single sandwiches and wraps at regular price.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
Comets take the man down for the second time this evening. Comets have got a 3-1 lead as Mike Cazzola here on the penalty kill takes it up along the near boards, the far boards, and he will send it into the near side corner. Back behind the net, here's Sean Szydlowski. Sets it up to the blue line, and here come the Nailers on the attack down the right side, and it's Derek Army. Overskates it, comes down into the corner. Szydlowski is there. And it's going to be along the near wall. Mike Embach pokes at it. He's able to get enough of it, and he gets it over to Szydlowski. Szydlowski gets it into the Wheeling zone, but Derek Army is there for the Nailers. He will turn the corner and bring it back up ice. Derek Army gains the blue line, brings it into the Comet zone. Here's a shot, knocked down, and comes down into the corner. Up along the near side, up top of the blue line, and out of the zone. Cody Whiteau has got it. up along the far side near the Comet bench. He will drop it back into his own territory with 1 minute to go on the power play. Michael Webster on the right side sends it forward. And he is going to hit Adam Krause along the far side. Cody Stoll comes all the way deep into the corner. Big collision, a lot of big bodies down there. Will Weber in there as well. Here's a one-timer.
Save.
Bartus makes the save, and it comes along the near side where it's cleared the length of the ice. It's going to come down to McGuire, who will play it up along the near wall. Coming out to the neutral zone, picked up by Wheeling. They will bring it in, and they will flip it all the way into the far corner for Curtis Leonard. Leonard is there, comes over to Jamie Schaafsma. He's pinned up against the glass. He battles with Michael Webster, and now we've got everybody down there along the far side. Puck finally comes loose, comes up top into the high slot, ranging to his right is Stern. Stern comes down low in front, save made, and here's another shot going to be knocked down, picked up by Kyle Thomas. Thomas wheels it around, and it comes out of the zone.
All even, Komets back to full strength.
Here comes Garrett Thompson, and offsides call on Wheeling. And at a 3-1 game, the next goal either side is going to be huge.
Yeah, well, especially after last night. So don't worry, that's what Wheeling's thinking right now. Let's have a little comeback. They've got the one they wanted. The Komets got to work on getting that fourth one.
12:50 to go in the second period. Komets up 3-1. Face-off will be outside of the Comet blue line. Vail wins it, and it's going to be sent back behind the Comet net. Here's Bobby Shea, gives it over to Leonard, and Leonard along the near side goes backwards to Shea. Shea up along the far boards. Komets have it, and it's Bobby Shea over to Leonard. Komets having trouble getting out of their own end. Now they do is they go to Desjardins, goes off of his stick, and Derek Army back the other way. Far side, intercepted. Here's Shea with it. Shea leading the break. Drops it off to Desjardins. Spins around, puts it in front. Knocked down, and it's loose down in the corner. Up along the near side, along the wall. And it's controlled by the Komets. It's Kyle Fulmer. Fulmer off the boards. Finds Desjardins. Gets tangled up in his skates and sent all the way back down off the stick of Garrett Bartus. Over on the far boards. It's hacked at by Bobby Shea. Now it's up to Vail. Vail cuts it back to the middle of the ice. Dumps it in, comes off the inboards. Vail still has it. Now he throws it up along the far side. Cody Stoll with a backhander, and he puts it back behind the Wheeling net. 11:48 to go here in the second. Garrett Mears cannot handle the puck, and it comes down into the Comet zone, into the corner. Cody Stoll gets pushed off the play. Him and Courier fight for it down low into the corner. Cody Stoll is hugging the glass. He's got the puck pinned up against the boards. Referee not going to blow the whistle, and it finally comes loose. Out to the blue line, knocked down, and held in. Sean Szydlowski bumps this man off the play, comes along the near side. Now Mike Embach takes a hit from Flemington, and the Nailers have it in their own zone. It's Army up along the far boards with 11:14 now to go. Now comes over on the right side. It's Army again. His pass intercepted by Cazzola. Has Mike Embach on the right side. Pass is call for him. So no icing on that as it comes along the near side. And Cody Wido has got it for the Nailers. Tries to get around Will Weber and does. Comes down into the corner. He's met there by Binkley. Tries to put it along the near side, and he does. Now they go back behind the net. Now on the near side corner. Here's Webster with a shot, and Bartus with the easy stop.
Good defensive play in front of the net by the Comet defensive Weber. He popped the man in front of the net, pushed him away from the net, gave the goaltender Bartus the time to see the puck, clear it, and make sure he made a nice save on it.
10:44 to go in the second. 3-1 Komets. And the face-off to the left of Garrett Bartus.
Win the draw, guys.
Mason Baptista, wins it cleanly, and he gets it to Weber. Weber on the left side, cross-ice pass, got a man in Kyle Thomas. Thomas at the blue line, wheels over to Baptista in front to Schaafsma. Oh, what a save by McGuire. Excellent passing and even a better save. Puck's going to come all the way down. That will be an icing as the Komets will have a face-off down in the Wheeling zone. 10:27 to go in the second period. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Looking for an apartment? Enjoy carefree living at Steeplechase Apartments, one of Fort Wayne's newest luxury communities. Now renting 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Spacious apartments including appliances and granite countertops. And no more visiting the laundromat. Full-size washer and dryer is included. Also, stay in shape with their 24-hour full-service fitness center with tanning bed. It's all waiting for you at Steeplechase Apartments, conveniently located in Northwest Fort Wayne, just seconds from I-69. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Oh, hit the net. Now here's Bobby Shea with a chance. Just missed the net wide. Comets have got it. Here's Bobby Shea in the corner. Has a man cutting back, shoot, and a save made. Garrett Thompson with a chance.
He got the puck, and he just didn't let it go fast enough. He gave the goalie a chance to get over, and he just threw himself over. And Garrett Thomas shaking his head right now because he had the open net, but he held on to it for a split second. Goaltender got a piece of it and deflected it wide.
And Garrett Thompson, he's been a little snake bitten over the last couple of weeks. He had a couple chances last night. He's just been unable to bury one. Face-off in the Wheeling zone, 3-1 game. Komets with the lead. Devin Mantha to take the face-off. Tied up on the circle, comes into the corner. Penalty called. It's going to be on Baptista for tripping.
Yeah. He was falling, and he got a piece of the defenseman. He was falling down. He got the stick between the legs, and he's shaking his head on it because he didn't do it on purpose. He just got sort of tripped and knocked from behind when he fell into the fence, and his stick went between the legs. He draws the penalty. Wheeling will go on the power play again. This is their second one of this period.
And we got a timeout on the ice, so we will step aside for a moment. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local, independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Back live at the Coliseum, we got a timeout on the ice, and when play resumes, the Komets will be a man down for the third time tonight, second time in this period. As the Komets penalty kill ranks 13th in the league, they've given up 18 power play goals and 112 chances. That's coming into tonight's game, not counting the 2 other power plays tonight. So the Komets tie for the league lead with 7 shorthanded goals this season.
The Komets back at it tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. The Orlando Solar Bears are in town, and they're in Kalamazoo tonight. They won Friday in Kalamazoo, and they're in Kalamazoo again tonight. They travel over to Fort Wayne for a game tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
And Brady Vail with a chance to play against his former team. Face-off will be in the Comet zone to the left of Bartus. Going to be Jamie Schaafsma centering up this penalty-killing line. Comes along the near side. Cody Soul fishes it out of there.
Good out. Good play.
It all the way down. There's McGuire to stop it. 1:50 to go on the penalty. Mason Baptista sitting out 2 minutes for tripping. And the puck comes down in the Comet zone over onto the right side. Wheeling's able to get it in deep, but it's going to be offside.
We'll take the break. Face-off will come outside the Comet zone. Comet's a man short right now. Lines will stay the same, it looks like.
Face-off will be just outside of the Comet blue line. And Jamie Schaafsma to take the drop.
In the draw again.
Soul with it. Soul taking his time. He will whip it down the length of the ice. Oh, he almost scored.
Almost.
Nothing like a 100-footer.
Yeah, that's not as easy as you think to stop that thing.
Oh, yeah, McGuire just got enough of it. It just rolled wide. And now here is Weber with a backhander all the way down.
Nice.
Here we go, Kyle Thomas coming in on a breakaway. He comes in, shoots on a pad, saved by McGuire. Got the left leg. Could not lift the puck.
Got to get it up.
And we talk about game savers. That may have been one right there. Kyle Thomas on the breakaway, but the Komets are now able to clear it out to the neutral zone. And Derek Army's got it for Wheeling. And here is Army. We'll bring it forward into the Comet zone. Sends it over onto the far boards. And into the corner with 48 seconds to go on the power play. Upstairs to the blue line. Nailers have it. Now played up along the far wall. Here's a one-timer. It's going to come off the end boards, and it goes to Cody Soul. Soul out to Szydlowski, and he will send it down the length of the ice.
30 seconds left in the power play. Wheeling.
We've got 30 seconds to go in the power play, and the Nailers have got it in their own zone. Here is a pass over onto the right wing. Comes down along the near boards and into the neutral zone. Komets will not let the Nailers cross over. And now Brady Vail with a poke check will just get that puck deeper into the Nailers zone, where it's gathered up by Michael Webster. Webster goes wide. Another poke check, that time by Mbach. 7 seconds to go on the power play. They carry it over the blue line. They're onside. Comes down deep into the corner.
All
even.
even.
Near side, and here comes Baptista.
5-on-5 again.
Far side, here's Brady, or that's going to be Bobby Shea, and now Curtis Leonard gets some help out there, gets it over to Desjardins. Now to Mike Mbach on the right side. He sprints down the right side, cannot get a hold of it.
Offside at the blue line.
Offside.
Mbach, good hustle, almost got it. Little pushing and shoving at center ice right now. Comet defenseman Leonard. And another one going over here. Linesman get in between them very quickly. Doesn't look like there's going to be any penalties, but tempers are getting a little touchy right now.
7:37 to go in the second. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Face off in the Comet zone, and it comes along the near wall, and they clear it out, but Speck is there, sends it right back down. That'll be deflected out of play. 7:29 to go in the second period. 3-1 Komets, and they have held the Nailers to just 10 shots on goal through almost 2 periods of play.
Yeah, 3 this period. The Komets have got themselves 7 shots, so out shooting them 7-3. But the Nailers have got the only goal so far, and that came at 3:44. Mears, as they got a scramble in front of the net, were able to make the net a good shot on it.
Face-off will be at center ice as Vail fights for it, gets it to Kyle Fulmer, and moves it over to Cody Soul. Return pass to Fulmer. Fulmer will skate it down the left side, and Fulmer will bring it in. He whips it around. Here's Vail. Can't catch up to it. Comes out to Cody Soul on the point. Over to Kyle Fulmer. Fulmer takes a shot. That's going to be blocked. And coming back the other way, out the blue line, Komets keep it in, and they're able to get it in deep. Cazzola has got it for Wheeling. Plays it into the corner. And now we've got a pileup as Brady Vail in there to help out. So is Jamie Schaafsma. Comes out in front of the net, and it's controlled by the Nailers. They'll bring it forward on the attack, coming down the right side. But Vail on the shot, and a save made by Bartus. Far side, here's Kyle Thomas. Thomas gets some attention from the defenders. He carries it over the blue line. Now tries to stick handle around another, and he got it taken off of his stick. Puck rolls out to center ice. And here's a shot on Bartus. Makes the stop. Comes down along the far boards and into the corner. Back behind the net. Jamie Schaafsma picks it up for the Komets. And he sends it all the way down the far side. Puck rolling around. Comes out to the blue line. And it's controlled by the Nailers. Here's Derek Army. Army with a cross-ice pass. Comes up along the far boards with 6:16 to go in the second. They bring it forward into the Komet zone, into the corner, and we're going to have an icing call.
I believe, yeah, for icing.
So the face-off will come down into the Wheeling zone with 6:11 to go in the second period. Komets still lead it 3-1. 3 games in 3 nights for the Komets. Orlando is here at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then the Komets will go on the road next Wednesday to Quad City.
Yeah, Wheeling nothing on Sunday, so they're right back on the bus and right back home. So another 5-6 hours on the bus back home.
And the puck is dropped in the Wheeling zone, and the Nailers come up with it and quickly move it into the Komet zone. And it comes down into the corner. Curtis Leonard pushes his man off the play. Far side, here's Sean Szydlowski. Gets it to Garrett Thompson. Thompson has got it. Spins around, trying to get off on Wido, and he's able to get away. And that's Derek Army, rather, and it comes into the Komet, or the Wheeling zone. Back behind the net, it's Flemington. He He has it behind the net. He gets chased by Sean Szydlowski as he unloads the puck to Kevin Schultz. Here's Taylor Courier. Will bring it into the Comet zone over onto the right wing. Now it's spun around back behind the net. And here's Sean Szydlowski. Sid gives it a look, getting hooked on the play. And it's going to be spun around and back behind the Comet net. Up along the near sidewall comes to Garrett Thompson. Thompson has Cazzola in front of him. Sends it over cross ice. And now a nice little give over to Fulmer. Here's a shot. And McGuire makes the save.
No rebound on the play as Mears, as they let the shot go. Cazzola tried to go for the rebound. The goaltender held on to it pretty quickly as it never let anything out there for him to grab onto.
5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second period. 3-1 is the score. Comets with the lead. Shots in the game are 23-12 now in favor of the Comets.
Yep. Comets change up the front line, leave the defense as it is. Weber and Binkley out there.
Brady Vail will draw the assignment on the face-off. He stands in there, and he wins it out to Binkley. Here's a shot, and a save. Rebound, another shot, and it's going to be taken away by McGuire. Here's Schaafsma. Gets tangled up with. Now here's Vail in front. Pushes it over to Binkley in front. Thomas scores!
Open side. Good heads-up play on that. They didn't panic. They moved the puck around. Three-way passing play. They found the open man as they got everybody from Wheeling moving one way. Thomas on the far side all by himself. Took it. Open net goal. Pretty goal.
And that's how you get it done. Kyle Thomas again bringing home the money there as he scores second of the game. And what a pass by Jason Binkley, too. Boy, like you said, Robbie, they didn't panic. They kept the puck moving, and they waited for the opportunity, and there was Kyle Thomas.
Yep. Three-way passing play.
Comet goal is second of the game, 13th of the season, scored by number 24, Kyle Thomas.
Here we go. Here's a scrap now.
And here we go. Cody Soul has had enough. It's going to be him and Flemington. Going to drop the puck.
Two pretty big guys.
And they are going to square off in the Comet zone. And here's Flemington with the right. Cody Soul keeping him at arm's length.
Yeah, he's a big guy, too. 6'6". They're both of them at arm's length right now, trying to get an advantage, but
both of them with a big reach. Yeah. Both of them just kind of throwing punches. Soul finally brings Flemington down to the ice.
Yeah, two big, tall guys, and once they get the leverage moving on somebody and they get them leading back and forth, then the legs crumble and they both wrestle themselves to the ground, and really no punches thrown, but they both went at it, two big guys.
So we'll take a moment to sort this out. Comets up 4-1. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Help bring a heat wave to the heart of our community this season by teaming up with Partners First Federal Credit Union during the Partners First Warmest Season Coat Drive. Simply drop off your new or gently used coat at your local Partners First branch, and not only will you warm the heart of our community, you will be entered into a one-time drawing for $500. Donate today at Partners First Federal Credit Union. No purchase necessary. Full details and disclosure available online at partnersfirstcu.org.
This is Comet Hockey.
Well, the Comets get one on the boards, and the Nailers are going to take it back. Andrew Ament right off the face-off after that fight with Flemington and Soul, and it's now 4-2 with 4:35 to go in the second. And this is exactly where we were last night.
Yeah, well, like I say, there's no quit on either one of these teams, and they like to shoot the puck. They like to play wide-open hockey, and the goals come from behind the net. They move it to the clear guy in front. They get the goaltender moving around a little bit. It's in the net. That one, Comets, Kyle Thomas at 15:04, put them ahead 4-1. Now it's 4-2, 15:25. Wheeling back on the board.
So the Nailers, they get the momentum back, and they bring it into the Comet zone over on the far boards. Here's Binkley taking his man hard off the play. Now Will Weber drives his man into the glass. Up along the far boards, and we got a tangle up, and here's Hammond, who just scored that goal, comes up top to the blue line. Here's his shot. It's going to ricochet wide. Comes along the near side, now into the corner. Derek Army gets scared off the play by Weber. Comes down to the corner, comes along the near side, and here we go. Mike Cazzola with it.
Good movement. Get it up.
Cazzola over on the right side. Szydlowski tries to put it down to Garrett Thompson, a little too tall for him, and comes along the near side. Back behind the net, controlled by Szydlowski. Upstairs, here's a shot. Save made in front. Rebound, what a save by McGuire.
Didn't know where it was, but he dove across and got a piece of it.
And McGuire keeping Wheeling in this hockey game as Cazzola tries to control it at center ice. Cody Wido picks it back up along the far side. Here's a toe drag shot, and it's going to go wide along the near side. And that one is going to get the screen, and we'll have a whistle.
Komets right back at him, and again, a big save down in the far end there by McGuire as the Komets fired a pretty good shot at him. The rebound came out, threw himself across, somehow got a piece of it.
So we stay 4-2 for the moment. Face-off in the Comet zone to the left of Bartus. The Brady Vail and Jordan Quaz, the pair of 17s down there. And the puck is dropped, comes back behind the net. Played up along the near side, kept in, however. And now Kyle Thomas gets a hold of it. He will turn the corner. 3-on-2 for the Komets as Kyle Thomas brings it over the line, tries to thread the needle to Jamie Schaafsma, and it goes back behind the net. Here's Fick, comes up with it over on the far side. Vail lines him up, and he drives him into the boards. He comes through for it. Here's on the right side. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound coming back, and Bartus got a piece of it. Far side, Kyle Thomas comes out, and he bumps it aside. And Schultz will go back for it over to Fick. Fick over on the right side tries a stretch pass. Going to come into the Comet zone. That will be an icing. So that'll bring the face-off into the Wheeling zone with 2:46 to go in the second. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Have you had an MRI and later were shocked by the high cost of your copay? Your out-of-pocket insurance cost can be 3 times higher depending on where you go. Call us first. Find out your estimated costs before your exam. And if you don't have insurance, pay as little as $4.25. Why pay more? It's your choice where you go. Choose from our 3 locations: Auburn, Decatur, or Fort Wayne Open MRI on Lake Avenue.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
2:20 yet to be played here in this second period. 4-2, Komets with the lead. And the Komets have got in their own zone. Here's Will Weber. Weber tries to go to Desjardins, going to come all the way into the zone and knocked down in the corner. Baptista tries to center it. His pass is broken up, and it's picked up by Webster. Webster on the far boards with an even 2 minutes to go. Comes down to the Comet blue line, where it's batted back to Desjardins. Oh, Mbach.
He tried to hold up. He couldn't hold up.
Mbach was trying to be sneaky about it, trying to creep in there, but the linesman saw it.
Yeah, Desjardins tried to get the puck over the line, but the defenseman stood up on him, and Mbach couldn't hold up on the stick. They had a 2-on-1, and it went offside with 1:54 to go. Face-off just outside the Wheeling zone.
Face-off will be just outside of the blue line. The puck is dropped, and it comes out to center ice. Now the Nailers will bring it into the Comet zone over onto the far boards. It's Courier, the newest Nailer. Here takes his shot, and Bartus makes the save. Comes back behind the net. Up along the near side. Here's a shot blocked and going to be coming off the boards. And Leonard could not clear it. Here's another shot that's going to go wide. Comes along the near side and into the corner. Whips around, and Sean Szydlowski comes together along the far boards with the defender. Now Curtis Leonard comes in to help out, and the Komets get it. Garrett Thompson will get it into the zone. Garrett Thompson getting around Fick. Comes down into the corner. Fick cuts him off. Szydlowski in on the goaltender. Poke checked away before he could pull the trigger. Up along the near side, Will Weber now drops it back, looking for Garrett Thompson. Has got Szydlowski back behind the net with 1:09 to go in the second. Komets have it, and it is Sean Szydlowski. End up against the glass, comes away with it. Here's Szydlowski, takes a hack, comes out, looking for someone to give it to. Szydlowski, top of the circle, got a man in front. Here's
the late penalty.
And here comes Bartus. And Garrett Thompson, or Will Weber, will smartly just take it all the way out of the zone, take his time, and gets a little bit of room. Delayed call here. Komets will go on the power play as soon as Wheeling touches it. Szydlowski at the center line, lost it. And
got tangled up.
Draw the whistle. Power play time coming up for the Komets. 36 seconds to go in the second period, so maybe we'll get some carryover if the Komets can't score in the next 36 seconds.
Face-off going to go inside the Wheeling zone as they go to the penalty box, and the Komets with the power play with 36 seconds. So good time to have it, win the draw. Plenty of time to get a goal in this period.
And Derek Army will be sent off. Slashing is the call, and power play time for the Komets.
Vail takes the draw.
And it comes up top to the blue line. Komets cannot keep it in. Binkley up along the far boards to Vail. Drops it back. And here is Binkley with 27 seconds to go in the period. Binkley drops it back to Vail. Vail plays it up along the far boards. Has Embach. Embach will wheel it in. Comes back behind the net. And the Nailers are able to clear it.
One last rush. 15 seconds. Come on, guys.
Here's Vail with it. Gives it up to Binkley. Now here's Desjardins with 6 seconds. Desjardins gets around one guy, comes down into the corner, and Desjardins, with no time left, gets it to Embach, and there's the horn. So the Komets will have 1 minute and 24 seconds power play time still credited to them as we will start playing the third period. 4-2 is the score, and I was there last night. This is exactly where we were, so let's hope for a better outcome. Yeah. But a 4-2 game, and both teams, boy, they're out there flying.
Yeah, well, you outshoot them there 11-9. They outscore us 2-1, but a pretty solid period all the way through, and I thought we outplayed them. We should have got a couple more goals. The goaltender, of course, Maguire, made 3 saves that I thought were game savers. The breakaway, of course, on Kyle Thomas went in, and then, of course, the other 2 flop saves that he made on rebounds. We've got to be able to put that puck in the net. And again, we talk about you learn from your lessons from last night. Hopefully they got a period with a 2-goal lead. They can protect it and go after it and get the next goal and get that 5-2 lead and see what Wheeling can do to them then.
And the big difference is the shots on net. As last night, after 2 periods of play, Wheeling was up in that category, finishing 40 shots on goal, 24 for the Komets. Komets right now 26, and Wheeling was 16, so that's reversed a little bit. So long as we keep getting shots on goal, I think we're going to be okay tonight.
Yeah, we've been able to control them and, like I say, blocked a lot of shots on them and done a good job on killing penalties, and we don't want to have to test that again. Stay out of the penalty box this period.
So the Komets up 4-2. We're going to the third period. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Willow.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps only at Applebee's.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features Max Performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri. And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, where the Komets are up on the Wheeling Nailers by a score of 4-2. The Komets, hopefully, we won't have a repeat of what happened last night. We were 4-2 at the end of 40 minutes last night, but the Komets right now with a big edge on shots on goal. We've just got to keep getting towards the net, boys, and we will be okay tonight. The Komets have got another game tomorrow afternoon. 5 o'clock is the start time, as the Komets 3 games in 3 nights, and they will be entertaining the Orlando Solar Bears, who are taking on Kalamazoo this evening. It is Meijer night, so you can pick up discount coupons at any Fort Wayne area Meijer location before the game tomorrow. And it is also the last time that you will be able to give to Whoa Whoa Penny Pitch. There is a Penny Pitch bucket located at the Komet Souvenir Stand still tonight and tomorrow, as well as we are all remembering Bob Chase. This was one of Bob's favorite promotions every year. So please, when you put some change in that bucket, please think of Bob Chase, as all of the proceeds will go to benefit Super Shot and the Community Harvest Food Bank. And the Comet family would like to thank every Comet fan for their continued generosity towards Whoa Penny Pitch. And also coming up on the 23rd, as the Comets will play host to the Brampton Beast, it will be the first season ticket exchange night. It is also marathon night, and season ticket holders can exchange unused season tickets for the game on the 23rd. And of course, getting out with your family and friends this holiday season is a great way to spend time with family and friends at a Comet game. And you can see the Comets for maybe a little bit less with a big group. You want to call 483-0011 to learn about group offers, along with discounted food and drinks for those big group outings. Again, 483-0011 for more information, or just go to Komets.com to learn more about a night out with the Fort Wayne Comets. When we resume play in the third period, Comets will have some power play time. They're up by a pair right now, and we are in the middle of the second intermission. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the values you've been looking for on all the new 2017 models, starting at $34,995. The 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with lift kit, rims, and tires is ready to tackle the toughest competition. The Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy and more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. Also, check out our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Chrysler has perfected the family vehicle with the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Optional 8-passenger seating, dual TVs, satellite radio. It's the most advanced minivan in its class. See the complete line of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-inch sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and auto owner's insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
WOWOAM, WMEE, HD2,
Fort Wayne. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Comets.
Back at the Coliseum, Shane Alvarani here tonight as the Comets are up 4-2 on Wheeling. And I remind everyone, the Sport One Parkview Ice House is proud to be the official practice facility of the Fort Wayne Comets. Located on Iceway across from Glenbrook Commons, the Ice House is Fort Wayne's home for hockey. Come celebrate your birthday at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Packages are offered for skate and bounce parties. Bring the guest of honor, friends, and cake, and let their party team take care of the rest. Schedule your party today at 444-2788. Taking a look at what has transpired so far tonight here on Sweetwater Ice. The Comets get the first 3 of the game, 3 unanswered. First one came from Mike Cazzola at the 12-11 mark. It was his 8th of the season and his 4th point in 2 nights. Sean Szydlowski, the assist. Brady Vail, his 3rd of the season at 13:31. Jamie Schaafsma and Kyle Thomas, the helpers on that one. And then Kyle Thomas with his 12th of the season at 18:50. Szydlowski and Schaafsma, the assist. That was on the power play, and we were 3-0 at the end of 20 minutes of play. Second period opened up with Wheeling getting their first of the night. 3:44 was the time, and it was Garrett Mears, his 9th of the season, give Quaz the assist. And then Kyle Thomas his second of the game, his third point of the night, 13th of the season at 15:04. Brady Vail, his second point of the game. Jason Binkley with the second assist on that goal. And then it was Ammon from Wheeling at 15:06. Just 2 seconds later, comes right down off of that face-off. His third of the season. Courier gets his first assist for the Wheeling Nailers as he was acquired earlier today from Indianapolis in exchange for Josh Schalla. And that gives us a score of 4-2, the same place we were last night. But the big difference is the shots on goal. Komets 26 on the night going into the third period. Wheeling just with 16. The Nailers are 0 for 3 on the power play. The Komets are 1 for 3, and they will be on the power play when we start things up in the third frame here tonight. McGuire, the starting goaltender for Wheeling. He has seen 26 shots. He has sent aside 22. And Garrett Bartus has seen 16 shots, and he has made 14 saves to give us to this point. 4-2 is the score. Heading into the third period, we will take a break, and we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Once upon a galaxy in a world far, far ago.
This party is lame. There's no cool kids here.
But, Dad, you planned the party.
You're right. I'm tired of being in the doghouse. The other dads are laughing at me and throwing cats. That's seriously bad.
Since Father Figure was concerned with his approval rating, he knew we needed to act fast.
We need someone to bring the fun stat.
How about me, kids?
Get out of here, you. You're bat poop crazy. And besides, I'm 43.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Well, we dodged a rubber chicken with that one.
Now, since Father Figure incurred the wrath of the Clown Mafia, he knew he needed to overcompensate and get some cool points fast. Oh, yes. Cool points are like gold. Pretty shiny gold.
I need to call Tag Art. Give me that phone, Joey.
It's Tommy.
That's what I said, Frank. I'm dialing 456-6999.
With that, Father Figure was instantly connected to Tag Art, where a whole list of service options were laid out before him. Caricatures, face painting, costume characters, still walkers and beyond. No pressure, no egos, and all local talent. Tax-paying artists, bully.
And no more flying cats.
Father Figure further learned of Tag Art's website, tagartcompany.com, where he could see samples of work and not just trust a stranger with a great phone voice.
He did have a great phone voice.
So the next time you need to bring the fun to your party, college, office, mitzvah, reception, or general wacky-doo shindig.
They do wacky-doo, too?
They truly do. For you, too. No poo. So get the tag team, and you'll know why they say, Tag, we're it.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back at the Coliseum, where the Komets are up 4-2 on the Wheeling Nailers, and we are heading to the third period. This season, the Komets are proud to have Lutheran Health Network, Fort Wayne Orthopedics, and Optimum Performance Sports as the official health care providers of the team. Go where the pros go, Lutheran Health Network. Having a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard in the ECHL tonight, we've got a final. We have got Manchester 4, Elmira 2. And up in Kalamazoo, where tomorrow's opponent is playing the Wings, the Orlando Solar Bears, and the Kalamazoo Wings are tied at 2 with 9:18 to go in the third. Brampton 2, Adirondack nothing in the third period. Also in the third, we've got Atlanta 3, Florida 1. In the third period as well, it is Norfolk 3, South Carolina 2. And then at the end of 2 periods of play, Quad City is up by 3 on Indianapolis. In Indianapolis tonight, 4-1 is the score there. It is Colorado 1, Tulsa nothing in the second period. Also in the second, we have got Missouri up 1-0 on Alaska. Toledo grabs the early lead in Utah tonight, 1-0, with 16:57 to go in the first. And then also just underway, Rapid City at Idaho. No score in that game, 18:53 yet to go in the first period. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meyer M-Perks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meyer.com. And Comet fans, you can meet a couple of your favorite Comets coming up this Tuesday from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Meet Comet Captain Jamie Schaafsma and defenseman Cody Soul at Play Ball Inc. in Glenbrook Square. Get pictures and autographs and see all the great Comet wearables and other sports memorabilia at Play Ball Inc. just in time for Christmas. This Tuesday from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Again, autographs and pictures with Jamie Schaafsma Cazzola and Cody Soul at Play Ball Inc. near the Sears main entrance. We are rounding the corner, heading to the third period. 4-2 is the score. Komets with the lead. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
I bank with Fifth Third because I don't wait for anything. To get downstairs faster, I replace my staircase with a fireman's pole. For me, every hour is rush hour, and the early bird never gets the worm because I beat him to it. Yes, I don't wait for anything. That's why I use the faster mobile app from Fifth Third Bank, which lets me do things like check my balance without logging in. To save time, I put zippers on my button-down shirts. I tune into game shows just for the lightning rounds, and my high school graduation speech was quite brief. In fact, it was a haiku.
Bright future awaits. Never surrender. Dream big. Congratulations.
Take the weight out of banking with Fifth Third Bank's faster mobile app, which lets you check your balance without logging in, transfer funds with fewer taps, and deposit checks without pushing a button. Mobile banking, one of the ways Fifth Third Bank works hard to earn your business. Visit a banking center or 53.com to open a checking account today. $50 minimum deposit to open a checking account. Member FDIC.
This is what it sounds like when you get a gift you don't want.
Oh, a blender. Thanks.
And this is what it sounds like when you get a gift you really want.
I can't believe you got me a new Chevy.
Hear the difference at the Chevy Red Tag sales event, where you can find special holiday pricing. Plus, when you find your tag, you can get additional cash back on select Chevy vehicles. See your Northeast Indiana and Ohio Chevy dealers. For vehicle eligibility, visit ChevyRedTagSalesEvent.com. Not available with some other offers. Take delivery by 1/3/17. See dealer for details.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back at the Coliseum, we're heading towards the third period. 4-2 is the score. We expect an exciting finish to this one. Komets with the lead. Komets have got another game this weekend here at the Coliseum tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Orlando is here. 5 o'clock is the start time, and it is the next Meijer night of the season. You can pick up discount coupons at any Fort Wayne Meijer location before the game tomorrow. Komets get goals from Mike Cazzola, Brady Vail, and a pair from Kyle Thomas to give us that score of 4-2. As both teams retake the ice, we'll take one more break. Third period coming up between the Komets and the Nailers. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. They can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Spies Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Jeep Renegade with legendary Jeep performance and incredible fuel economy, starting at $18,865. Also now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Ram Rebel. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is a new crowd favorite with the muscle to back it up. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat with 707 horsepower. This secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete line of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road, next to Meijer, or online at o'danielauto.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Komets will have power play time as we start the third period. Komets up 4-2. Still 1:24 left in the power play. Carry over from the second period, and we just got to keep getting after them, Robbie.
Well, exactly. With the power play, let's get the momentum going, the offense going, get some shots on goal. if we don't score, at least have the momentum going offensively and work hard at it and get in there and let's get that next goal.
And here we go, third period underway. Komets with the power play, and they also have the lead. Kyle Thomas got it poked away by Cody Wido, but Sean Szydlowski is there. He will wheel one around, comes all the way here on the near side. Cazzola jabs at it, comes up top of the blue line. Bobby Shea will get it back in deep. And here's Cazzola along the near side wall. Puts it in front. Here's Kyle Thomas in front. It is Schaafsma with an opportunity, and McGuire shuts the door. Comes back behind the net. Bobby Shea will hang on to it. Oh, it just skips over the line. Komets got to get back on side. Still 51 seconds to go in the power play. And Bobby Shea has got it. He is going to go back in front of his own net. Shea will bring it forward. It'll come off the boards. And it'll come to Szydlowski. Back to Shea. Shea to Sid. Over onto the far boards. He steps up. Flattens the puck out. Goes down low to Schaafsma.
Looking in front.
Has Kyle Thomas in front. Knocked away. Cazzola right there. And he couldn't get a piece of it. Coming down the far side. Going to be a 2-on-1. Odd man chance. Here's a shot. And they missed it wide. Andrew Ammon with an opportunity. Coming back the other way. Komets now. 3-on-2 as they come over the blue line. But mishandled along the side was Schaafsma. And we've got 10 seconds to go on the power play. Back behind the net, Komets have got it. Far side, here's Szydlowski on the point. Cross ice to Binkley. Binkley tries to put it in front to Cazzola, knocked away, and here comes
all
even,
5-on-5.
And it's going to come all the way down for Will Weber. Weber has got it. Misplayed it. Oh, look at this. He coughed it up in front of it. And Weber trips the man, and he ringed it off the side of the post.
Well, he got the shot off, but Weber tripped them to make sure they didn't get a quality shot. And the Komets will go in the penalty box now. So they make a mistake, and it costs them for a penalty right now. So they're going to have to work hard to get rid of this one right now.
So Will Weber will be sent off after the turnover. And tripping is the call, and now a big-time power play coming up for Wheeling. Yep. We got a 2-goal game, 18:24 to go in the third.
Yep. Play with confidence, guys. Let's go.
And it comes down into the corner in the Komet zone, and it comes over the blue line. And the Nailers have got to regroup. And they bring it down the center of the ice. Schultz will bring it in. Schultz into the corner. It's chased by Leonard, and the Komets will promptly deposit it down into the Wheeling zone.
Defensive change for the Komets. Still shorthanded.
And here's Derek Army. Will weave through the neutral zone. Here's a backhander into the Komet zone, into the corner. Comes along the near side, along the wall, comes loose, and the Komets are able to get it free. And Mike Embach almost skated it free with it, but a nice play by Cody Wido to get it back.
Offside. They couldn't get out.
So Mike Embach just doing enough to disrupt the play. And boy, another step, and I think he would have been gone.
Yep. It just got the bounce, and he was able to intercept the pass, but it jumped up in the air on him. And by the time he got the puck back on the ice, the defense caught up to him, and that was enough to pinch him off. Good defensive play, heads-up play. You get a chance to go, sneak one on him.
17:41 to go in the third period. Komets up 4-2, and they're skating a man down. Will Weber off for tripping. And the puck controlled by Wheeling. They get it into the Komet zone, and a nice little shot, or a nice little skipping puck goes to Bartus. Played it like a shortstop there. He grabs it and got a whistle.
Komets back at it tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock. Orlando in town, and pretty tough game there as Orlando wins in Kalamazoo Friday. They're in Kalamazoo tonight, so we'll see how they do up there as the Komets go back at it for 3 games in 3 nights.
Face off to the right of Bartus. Komets still trying to kill off the remainder of this power play. Comes up top of the blue line to Stern. Sends it over on the opposite point. Now Stern with it. Over to Garrett Mears. Mears lining up a shot. Now he's going to go down low. Back upstairs to the blue line. It's Stern. Far boards. Back over to Stern in the high slot. Here's a shot. Going to be knocked away. And it comes down into the corner. Up top of the blue line. Here's another shot that's going to go wide. Back down along the far boards. Schultz gets it back behind the net. And up top to the blue line. It's Stern. Far side again. Now they look for Stern again upstairs all by himself at the blue line. Comes over. One-timer. That's going to be blocked down in front. And Bartus gets it out of there. Comes up along the near side with 30 seconds to go. Here's a one-timer that's fanned on along the far boards. Cody Soul picks it up, and Soul will get it out of the zone. Schaafsma to Soul. Here's the big guy getting it over the blue line. Now he'll skate into the neutral zone. Gets it over to Cazzola. Cazzola with a shot, and that is going to be missed high. Now it comes down into the corner with 8 seconds to go in the power play. Comes back behind the net. Here's Michael Webster.
Good job, guys, killing that off.
And here comes Weber. Weber comes right to the bench, and we're back to 5-on-5 as Garrett Thompson jumps off the bench and gets into the play. Thompson to Cazzola. Sends it over to Szydlowski on the far side. Here's Cazzola in front. And it just tipped in front. Comes down along the near side. And a long stretch pass over onto the far boards. Here's a shot. Bartus with a save.
Nice save there.
It was Ammon with the shot. And now we're mixing it up right in front of the Comet net.
Comet defenseman Leonard, he protected themselves as they came at the net. After Barkus had the puck, they still tried to push themselves into the net, and Leonard didn't like the way it was done. He just jabbed back at it. Doesn't look like any penalties on it as they banged each other. No problem.
15:59 to go here in the third, and we'll have a face-off in the Comet zone. 4-2 is our score.
Goal line changed by both teams in the face-off in the Comet zone right now. 15:59 to go. Third period, up by 2, Comets.
Baptista in the face-off circle. And it's Army in there for Wheeling, and now looks like the linesman's going to kick him out. And the puck is dropped, tied up on the circle, and they come free with it. Here's a shot. Save made. Bartus made 2 stops. And the Comets have got it. Here's a backhander all the way out to the center line. Back to Desjardins. Desjardins on the far side, looking for a trailer. All he does is center it up, and it's broken up. Comes over onto the near side. Labella will bring it into the Comet zone, into the corner. Rubbed off the play by Soul up top of the blue line. Segala with the shot. He's going to miss that wide and all the way out of the zone. And Danny Fick will pick it up. Fick will bring it up along the near side. Has Babella, and it's intercepted by Embach. Couldn't catch up to it. Goes to Kyle Thomas, who will backhand it into the zone. Up on the near side. And now back to Segala, far side, and he will clear the zone. Curtis Leonard at his own blue line. Cross-ice pass to Bobby Shea. Pushes it forward. Babella intercepts, or Segala intercepts it. Comes it down in front. Can't get a shot. Now here's a shot in front. Knocked away by Bartus. Coming back the other way. Pass going to be knocked away. Looking for Kyle Thomas. McGuire will whip it around the boards. Comes up along the near side at the blue line. Here's Kyle Thomas. Top of the circle. One-timer by Shea. That one goes wide. Back behind the net, it is Vail. Vail up top of the blue line. It's Shea again. Shea, his shot knocked, gets it back, tries to get it to Kyle Thomas, and his pass was broken up. Into the corner. Now it's flipped all the way down. Brought down at the center line by Cody Wido. And Wido over to Flemington, but Kyle Thomas is there with a backhander. And now it comes back to Thomas. Over to Bobby Shea. 14:19 to go in the third. Comets up 4-2. Shea over on the far boards. Brings it into the Wheeling zone. Right in front. Here's a shot, and Vail with an opportunity, and he missed it high. Back the other way, coming down the left side. Here's Ammon. Ammon gets it deep into the Comet corner on the near side. Will Weber punches his man off the play. Comes back behind the net, centering pass. Backhander goes wide, and Bartus cannot get a piece of it. And it goes back behind the net. Comes down into the corner. Garrett Thompson tripped off the play. Not going to get a call. Puck is dropped, and it comes right in front of the net. Comes off the boards and all the way down.
Comets cleared. They'll ice it.
Icing is the call. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
ERS OCI Wireless is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. ERS OCI Wireless is a Motorola partner in Fort Wayne providing wireless voice and data systems that allow organizations across Indiana to operate their business more efficiently. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.ers-oci.com.
WOWOAM, WMEE, HD2,
Fort Wayne. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
13:22 to go in the third period. Comets up by a pair. Garrett Thompson along the far side gets it out of his own territory, but the puck rolls down, couldn't control it. Now at the center line, Komets get it back. Here is Cazzola. Or Embach in front. Embach shoots and a save made.
Couldn't get a good shot off, though.
That's the third time tonight he has gotten in all alone on the goaltender. And the puck comes into the Comet zone. Fulmer whips it around looking for Embach. He's got him. Embach in stride down the far side. He's quickly cut off. And back the other way. Here is Stern. Will bring it into the Comet zone off the stick of Cody Wido. Now Bobby Shea in the corner. And he tries to scoop it forward, and it comes out to Baptista.
Dump it in.
Baptista with the backhand, knocked down by Stern. And he sends it into the Comet zone for Shea. Shea off the boards, finds Baptista. Baptista wheels it around. Here's Desjardins. Desjardins plays it around the boards. Here is Mike Embach. Overskates it a bit, lost it. And it is Flemington with it for Wheeling. Gets it into the Comet zone. Flemington, nice puck moving here in front. Here's a shot. Bartus to save.
Nice
rebound.
save,
and what a save by Bartus on the second chance.
Yeah, the first one was a chip shot. Went up and hit him in the chest. Dropped down in front. They got the rebound, and he stuck his ground right there. Made the second save and held on for two good saves right there in tight on him. Hang in there, guy. We're going to get one for you.
12 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. 4-2 Comets. Shots are now, they're catching up 27-24. Comets still leading that department with the face-off in the Comet zone.
Yeah, we've only got one shot.
And it comes along the far side, picked up by Kyle Thomas. Over to Vail. Thomas with a blast, and that one's going to be knocked down. Back behind the net. Here's Jordan Quast. Far side. Gets cut off. Comes down into the corner. And it's Fick. Comes to the opposite side. Comes out in front of the Wheeling net, where it is picked up by Fick. And Fick will feed it up along the far wall. They bring it into the Comet zone. Here's a shot. Knocked down. And it's going to be
back
cleared.
hard, guys.
Fick will bring it down all the way into his own zone. Plays it ahead to neutral territory. Comes off the glove of Binkley. Binkley in the corner. Hammond skates right over him. Comes back behind the net. Here's Garrett Thompson. Thompson along the far side. Takes a big hit from Garrett Mears. They come together. Comes out to the far boards, and the Comets clear it out. Brett Stern over the line, lines up. His shot is going to go wide. Cazzola trying to get it off the boards up along the far side. Batted back the other direction by Michael Webster. Now the Nailers bring it into the Comet zone. Will Weber.
They're flying too right now.
Down there in the corner and out to the blue line. They keep it in.
Stay on them. Stay on them.
Lost the handle on it. We got a penalty call.
Cazzola.
And here comes the goaltender on a delayed call. Stern has got it up along the far side. 10:46 to go in the game. And we have got a delayed call. They bring it into the Comet zone. Here's Wido, floats it, front shot, and a save made by Bartus. Far side.
Finally get it.
Finally touched.
Cazzola, I'd be slashing.
10:36 to go in the third. Comet's going to skate a man down. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum reminds us that it's not too early to think about your holiday parties and get-togethers. Located across from the Memorial Coliseum, the Holiday Inn has enough space for 300 guests for your event and a highly trained staff to assist you every step of the way. A full-service catering department and 151 guest rooms await you for your next event. Contact Olivia Moore at 260-579-9134 to schedule your party today. The Holiday Inn Coliseum, the official hotel of the Comets. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on in the penalty box. Let's see if we can get the call. We got two Comets in the penalty box right now.
Cazzola, I saw the first penalty, but then, like I say, they pulled the goaltender, and they had about 20 seconds to handle the puck, whether Webster got another one on the play to play defense. But anyways, we've got two men in the box. We haven't heard the calls yet. Here we go.
For the Comets, number 13, Mike Cazzola, 2 minutes tripping. For the Comets, number 29, Will Weber, 2 minutes hooking. Time of the penalties, 9 minutes, 24 seconds.
Chasing. They're chasing
Comets
right now.
13, Cazzola, 2 minutes tripping.
Yep.
Comets, 29, Weber, 2 minutes.
So a 5-on-3 opportunity for Wheeling. And this is their 4th power play of the game, and they could have a full 2 minutes here of a 5-on-3.
Well, they're hustling, and we're getting hooking penalties and slashing penalties because we're chasing. They're really hustling. They've outshot us 9-1 in this period. So, you know, we've had some pretty good scoring chances and haven't hit the net. So we got a job ahead of us right now, a 5-on-3. Kill it off, guys. Come on.
Schaafsma on the face-off circle. Comes along the far side. Komets can't clear it. Far boards. Here's Cody Stoll, and he will do the job.
Down.
And McGuire will stop it. And here's Brett Stern. He has got it for Wheeling. Gains his own blue line. Brings it right up the middle of the ice. Comes along the left side. Runs into Sean Szydlowski. Sid's got the puck. Carries it over the line. Trying to get it deep into the Wheeling zone. Trying to get some time off the clock. He ties it up here along the Wheeling bench. Great job here.
His feet.
He's got it between. Yep, that's right. He's got 3 nailers in there trying to get at it. And now they finally fish it out. Nice play by Szydlowski. Wido brings it into the Komet zone. Far side coming in on Bartus. And Bartus got a piece of it. Comes down along the far side. Here's Cody Stoll pinned up against the glass.
He's going to try it now. Get his feet.
Schaafsma almost got a handle on it up along the far side. Cody Stoll now has it. Can he clear it? Comes up to the blue line. Now over on the far side, they try to put it in front of the net. Knocked down by Szydlowski.
1 minute off it.
Stern over onto the far circle. Now here's a one-timer, and it's knocked down by Cody Stoll, picked up by Szydlowski. He wheels it around.
Yeah, they need a line change now. They can't get it.
Here's Cody Wido in the corner. 43 seconds to go on the power play. It's a 5-on-3. Stern stepping up. Goes over, now back to Stern in the high slot. One-timer, and that one goes wide. Cody Stoll with a backhander. Can't clear it. Up top to the point. It's Stern again. Stern lost the handle on it. Oh, and from his knees is able to get to it. Szydlowski thought about grabbing it.
Yeah, he didn't want to get out of position.
Stern with a shot, a block save. What a save!
Off the backboard
by Bartus.
And that's what he needed. He needed to get the puck close to the goal net, which he did, and he was able to catch it off the backboards as they missed the net. And it gives him a chance to get 3 tired hockey players off the ice. Stoll, Szydlowski, and Schaafsma. All 3 of them did a great job there. Almost a full 2 minutes of killing the penalty off.
18 seconds. And now Kyle Thomas will take the face-off.
No, Vail comes in now.
Vail's going to come in and center the line, and Thomas will come off. Curtis Leonard and Bobby Shea out there on defense. Puck is dropped. Komets can't get it. Comes up top of the circle. Over onto the far boards. Up top, it's Fick. Far side to Mears. Now back to Fick. Back to Mears. Mears walking in. Gets cut off by Leonard. Back up top. Here's a shot in front. Mears. And
it's the net. That one got deflected up and over the glass. 1 second left on it. Let's get the crowd back into it.
6,791 here on hand tonight. And they've witnessed a good one, 4-2. And the Komets now one drop the puck away from even up the number of players out on the ice.
Yeah, 1 second left in it right now. The only problem is the faceoff is in our zone. And they will have chance if they pick the draw cleanly to maybe set up for a shot. So we need to win this draw, get it back, and get back to full strength and stay out of the box.
Szydlowski on the face-off. He'll be in there with Quaz, and the puck is dropped, and we are back to 5-on-5.
All even.
Got to get it out, however. Comes down into the corner. Garrett Mears pinned up against the boards by
Good job,
Shea.
guys.
And 8:27 to go in the game. Komets get it free. Rolls in front of the Komet net. Leonard will just get it out. Oh, nope, can't get it out of the blue line up along the far side. Garrett Thompson working at it. Now Szydlowski with it. Leonard taken off the play. Not going to get a call.
Finally cleared the zone. Get it down the other end for a while.
Fick will gather it up. Gets chased by Mike Embach. Back behind the net for Quaz. And we're 12 minutes gone by here in the third. Komets still up by a pair. Far side, Garrett Mears stood up at the blue line by Fulmer. And up along the far side.
Referee goes flying.
Puck comes down into the Wheeling zone with 7:45 to go in the third. There's Michael Webster. And he will wheel it into the Komet zone. Back behind the net for Bartus. Over to Cody Stoll. Stoll in the corner. Over on the far boards. They can't get it out of the zone. Far side. And here's Flemington. Goes back behind the net. Centering pass, a save made by Bartus. All alone in front. Now comes into the corner. Cody Stoll has got it. Comes up along the far boards for Jamie Schaafsma, and he can't clear it.
Making sure, guys. Come on.
Here's Wido back behind the net. Over to Kraus along the near side. Here's another shot knocked away by Cody Stoll. And it comes down into the corner with 7 minutes to play on the near side. Still down in the Komets zone, and finally the Komets get it loose. Cody
Still haven't made a good pass.
Now along the near side, puck rolling around, comes down to Cody Wido, drops it back behind him. Here's the shot, and a nice job by Jason Binkley, blocking the shot.
Yeah, Weber got involved there. Somebody got a stick on it, and the shot went right up over into the screen and killed the play. But right now, the Komets got to get a rest here. Call a timeout. Get organized, guys. They're outworking you.
We got a break in the action. We will step aside. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
This is Komet Hockey.
It shall be a spirited final 6 minutes and 45 seconds here at the Coliseum. Komets up 4-2. They've had to kill off 2 power plays, including a 5-on-3. And now we're skating 5-on-5 as the puck is dropped in the Komet zone. Comes back behind the net. And comes along the near side. Komets need of a clear here. Binkley and Weber in there. And now everybody just throwing the body around down in the corner. And now everybody coming in there. Baptista finally gets it out, gets it over to Weber. And Weber drops it back behind the net. And the Komets still not able to clear it. Now finally Desjardins.
It out, yeah.
Comes all the way down into the wheeling zone. 6:10 to play. And here's Desjardins. Desjardins over the blue line. Dumps it off the boards. Goes back behind the wheeling net. And it's whipped around. Comes along the near side. And up along the left wall. Comes down all the way into the Komet zone. Curtis Leonard ties up his man back behind the net. Comes up along the near side. Komet still can't get it over the blue line. Now it comes to Cazzola. Cazzola to Sean Szydlowski. And Szydlowski puts it in on McGuire. And McGuire, who hasn't seen many shots in this third period.
Shot.
That's just the second one. And it comes all the way down into the Komet zone. We're even up on shots, 27 apiece. Here's Bobby Shea up along the far boards. Down in the Komet zone. Now it rolls in front of the Komet net. Garrett Thompson takes a bump as he unloads it into the corner. And now we've got all kinds of bodies tied up down low along the far side. Now it comes along the near wall. Here's a turnaround shot knocked away before it got through to Bartus. On the right side, now at the blue line. And now knocked away and flipped in back behind the boards. Now over onto the near side, it is Cazzola. Back behind the net to Bobby Shea. Komet's got to get it out. Here's Garrett Thompson, gives it a hack, and it goes to Cazzola.
Got a breakaway. We get him.
Over to Sean Szydlowski. In on McGuire. He shoots, and McGuire makes the save.
He tried to open the pads, and he couldn't put it through him. Szydlowski a breakaway, and the goaltender stops him.
McGuire gave him that 5-hole, but Sid just got enough of that right leg. And now here's Kyle Thomas. Thomas over the line, dangles around, needs some help. He is going to stop, tries to put it in front. It's going to be knocked aside and out of the zone. 4:30 to go in the third. Here's Cody Stoll. Sends it all the way around. Jamie Schaafsma steps up, comes down into the corner. And Vail gets it poked away. Comes back behind the net, comes up along the near wall. And now the puck comes all the way down into the Komet zone, dropped in. Fulmer can't control it, they score! Puck rolled around. Kyle Fulmer just could not control it. It was bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, it was a high puck that was up in the air, and Fulmer tried to take a whack at it, and it bounced when he whacked at it, went right to the Wheeling player, and he took a one-timer on it and beat the goaltender before he could get around on it. But a fluky play. Fulmer just didn't play it safe enough, and Wheeling gets on the boards and cuts to 4-3.
1-goal game, 4:11 to go in the third. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
It is a 1-goal hockey game. Comets with the lead, however, as play comes down into the Wheeling zone. Mike Embach. Embach and Fick fight for it down low in the corner. And the battle is won by the Nailers. And they bring it down into the Comet zone. Here's Army with the shot. That one goes wide. Far side, here's Sean Szydlowski. Szydlowski looking for Cazzola. He's got him.
Go to the net. Go to the net.
Goes wide. Puts it out in front. McGuire gave it a poke. Comes down into the corner for Mike Embach. He's pressed up against the glass with Kevin Schultz. Now along the far side as we come up on 3 minutes to go. Knocked down by Bobby Shea. Goes off the back of number 24, Michael Webster. Now Szydlowski setting up. Has a man cutting in. It was Thompson. The pass was intercepted, and the play quickly reverses, coming back the other way. Nice play by Szydlowski. Back on D. Steals the puck back. Here's Cody Stoll. Coaching out to Garrett Thompson. Thompson on the right side.
The puck ahead of you.
And it's taken away back the other direction by Quaz. And back in is Cody Stoll at the blue line. Backhander along the near wall, comes along the near side, and they're coming in on Bartus. Back behind the net, it's Mears, puts it out in front, knocked aside, and the puck is going to be poked clear all the way into the Wheeling zone.
Get on him. Get somebody down there on him.
Here's Schultz back behind the net for Wheeling. 2:16 to go. And up along the far side, picked off by Schaafsma. He's cut off at the blue line, and it's sent back into the neutral zone. Schaafsma gets back on defense and sends it in. 2 minutes to go. Comets up by a goal. Up along the left side, Garrett Mears gets cut off by Schaafsma. Now on the near side and out to the blue line. Here's Mears again. Gets it into the Comet zone, but they're offside. And now the Comets have got it. Now the Nailers going to start looking to get the goaltender off the ice. Here's Binkley on the near side. Long pass over on the far boards. It's going to come all the way into the Wheeling zone. Now whipped around here on the near side. All the way down the left end, and it's going to be Garrett Mears. Mears will bring it into the Comet zone. Baptiste is there for the Comets. Sends it around, has Mike Embach. Embach can't get it over the blue line. Now Embach finally gets it able to inch over, and they're going to be offside.
That'll give him the whistle, give him a chance to get a little breather and get the right guys out there for the last minute and 19 seconds. And I imagine they're going to pull the goaltender depending on where the faceoff's going to be.
They'll put the faceoff in the neutral zone. 1:19 to go in the third period. Shots are even up at 28. Comets lead at 4-3.
No timeout by either coach right now.
There's Cazzola. Will take the face-off.
Face-off outside the Comet zone right now. 1:19 to go.
And the puck is dropped. Comets have it at Schaafsma. Plays it off the boards. Takes it off to the blue line of the Nailers. The Nailers bring it forward. And McGuire,
here comes the goalie.
And here's Leonard. Tosses it up in front. And what a save by Bartus. Rebound is going to be steered wide again.
They miss the open net.
Garrett Bartus with the game saver right there.
Well, the defenseman lost control of the puck at the side of the net, gave it right away. The loose puck was there. Bartus threw himself around, got a piece of it, and finally it was deflected. I think the man had the open net, and as he shot it, it got deflected by somebody, went up and over the screen, and they get a break. Goaltender out, face-off in the Comet zone. and they got to call timeout here.
Komets, we will take a timeout.
Yeah.
So we'll
get organized, guys.
We'll take a break, too. Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Life can be unpredictable. 1 minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
1:03 to go in the game here at the Coliseum, and we have got a one-goal game. 4-3 is the score. Komets with the lead. Face-off will be in the Komet zone, and we have got an empty net on the other end for Wheeling. They have got the extra attacker on.
Well, we get a bit of a break on the breather. Plus, you get to put your best 6 players on the ice and get the draw that you want. It looks like Cazzola is going to take the draw, so they hope that they can get it back. And then, of course, Cody Soul back there. They got Szydlowski on the ice. So here we go. Face off. Cazzola will take the draw. Back it goes. He wins it.
Here's Cody Soul. Hard off the glass. Can't clear it. Comes down into the corner. Cody Soul again jabs at it. Now it comes down to Szydlowski.
Get over the red line.
Coming down the right side. Takes a shot. Oh, he
over the red line.
No icing on it. Or no, there will be an icing.
He had 2 feet to go. He had one more stride to go to get over the red line, and he shot the puck. My God. Wow. Oh. That sounds like Szydlowski right there. Wow.
Yeah. Icing on the play, and it will be a face-off in the Komet zone. And we'll go to the opposite face-off circle to the right of Bartus. 48 seconds to go. Empty net. Extra attacker on.
Got to win the draw.
Szydlowski on the face-off, and it splits
went
to the
right
defenseman.
out. We got a break there.
Derek Army picks it up for the Nailers. Backhander into the zone. Comes off the boards. Here's Cody Soul. Up along the far side. Comes out to Cazzola. Golfs it out of there. It's going to have enough gas. Going to come all the way down. The defenseman picks it up. Comes off the boards. That one was ticketed, but not enough on it. Here's Mears coming down the ice. Poke checked away and out of the zone.
Flip it out. That's it. Don't go all the way.
20 seconds to go. In the corner, up along the far side, Derek Army with 15 seconds. His pass knocked away. Here's Desjardins. Axis man comes along the left side. Mears over the line. Gets it in deep. Cody Soul into the corner. Goes back behind the net with 4 seconds. Up along top the blue line. Here's the shot. Knocked down. Oh. And it's loose. And that's your hockey game.
Well,
Komets win. Didn't make it easy on ourselves, but we'll take the 2 points. Garrett Bartus stands tall in that third period, and they get a victory.
Well, they got the victory. They're outshot 13-2. That's the number 1 problem. The number 2 problem is that Wheeling just outworked them in that third period and just took it to them. And you can see how they lost the game last night. People are asking, how do you blow a 4-0 lead? Well, when the team come at you as hard as Wheeling did in that third period and kept the pressure on, and you just couldn't get out of your own zone. And then in the last minute, a couple of mistakes that, boy, oh boy, you look at the film tomorrow, there was a couple of mistakes made on that play. But at this point here, they ducked the bullet. They worked hard enough for most of the game, and they got the 2 points and the win in which they needed. But a very, very entertaining game all the way through it. A great game, end-to-end rushes by everybody. And for 2.5 periods, the Komets played pretty well hockey, and then Wheeling took over, and we dodged the bullet and get the 2 points. Good win.
And sure, the Komets glad to get rid of Wheeling for a little while.
Yeah, well, and what's weird about it, we get them back in, I think it's somewhere around February, we get them 3 games in a row in here at the Coliseum. So we'll see a lot of them in about a week's time, as Wheeling will come back for 3 more games. And pay your money to see that hockey game. That was a good, entertaining game right there.
4-3 is the final. Now let's just worry about Orlando tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So no rest for the boys, but maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good win for them. They wanted that badly.
So 4-3 is your final score. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Save on gasoline and get free Comet Hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Comets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. At Marathon, you can earn a 25 cents per gallon savings on gas and a free game ticket. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Here's some good policy from your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When you insure your home and car with us, you receive a multi-policy discount. And when you add Auto Owners Life Insurance, you get a special discount on your home and car insurance. Auto Owners Insurance will save you money on all of the insurance you already have.